Right there, Sarah.
I had some chip stuck in my throat.
Had some shit stuck in your
Mhm.
throat.
Chip.
I see. Streaming.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay.
My name is Jeff.
Last session, we started after the introductions in the hall of all the guests at Leocas's party were completed. Now left to dine on dinner and converse with each other. Everyone just sort of sat back and enjoyed themselves. We had Stan talking to... his first name's Sarlacc. Taranwood?
Yep.
Yeah, Lord Taranwood. Mainly about druids and shit, sword cane and all of that. Just more just discussing each other's cultures and ways. Spark, while having minor conversation with
Ardon.
No, wait, were you talking with him? No. Sorry, my brain has just gone dead.
Strong arms. Whatever his
No.
name was.
Oh, that came later. I just can't. Anyway, he was more just terrified and sitting back and eating. And Uku was annoying the fucking shit out of Ardon to the point where he has to storm out of the room, threaten her life too, because she admits that she's magical. With Leocas joining him out shortly to have a conversation. We realised this is prime time for Ardon to commit some shit, so we better go keep an eye on that. Not much way to do it, except for the fact that Uku does have visibility, so Spark pushes. Tells her to go do that. She gets a maid to accompany her to the bathroom, at which she realizes, fuck, I now gotta sneak out of here. Turns invisible, does that. It seems like an angry conversation, but it doesn't actually end with any physical hostilities. She leaves to go back as they finish their conversation and return to the party. And she goes to the bathroom and sees that Lord Taranwood has also gone to the bathroom, leaving his sword cane outside the door. So, we all return back to the guest room, and once dinner is done, Leocas stands up and says, well, you guys are free to do what you wish during the party. It is party time, and he has got some business to attend to in his office. Everyone sort of spreads out around. We do, of course, want to talk to him, but Silent Doom gets to him first and starts his conversation. Uku goes to explore the mansion while the other two sit in the library and start kind of snooping and trying to listen in on what's happening on the inside, which Stan does succeed to do. And here's that while deals and such are going on, there is a hostile nature even with Silent Doom towards Leocas. And that meeting finishes. He leaves, and another sneaks in before him. I don't think this one was Taranwood. I think there was someone before Taranwood. Am I wrong about that? I wasn't in the area. Ardon actually went into the meeting room?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Ardon then goes in,
and go in.
discusses with Leocas some more. Seems like he just really likes fucking talking to Leocas. And when he leaves, the last one to go in is Lord Taranwood. They discuss some things. While that's happening, Uku's playing piano upstairs while keeping an eye on Lucas's daughter Farah and his wife Lana. And
Surprised you remember that. That was only mentioned once.
it's because I have a friend from high school called Alana, and I just use her to
Oh.
remember this.
Oh.
And keeps an eye on them as Ardon is keeping his own eye on them and seeming weirdly focused on the child. So that meeting all happened, but oh no, there is as Spark and Stan try to enter the room. They open it to see Leocast's dead body, and this is after Lord Taronwood leaves. What the fuck? Taronwood comes back and starts blaming it on them, and they start blaming it on him, and it's a whole thing. Collecting thoughts, collecting evidence. We all get sent back to the meeting room. Everyone's stuck in there, as we must now investigate the murder of Leocast. Turns out Leocast had sort of thought about this beforehand as a possibility and written a note that we are the ones to be the investigators, as we are the ones to one, be invited for this very reason, and two, kind of the most trustworthy to him here, apparently. We do that. We narrow it down to, strangely enough, the maids. Oh, why the fuck are you killing Lord Leo? 'Cause he's your master, and they won't answer the fact that he's dead. They keep silent on that business, and instead answer that, well, he told them to. Leocast wanted them to do whatever they did. So we now have to go back to the room, investigate some more. Spark finds a fucking false wall, and there's a magic in with a chessboard, at which Akazan and Uku sit down to be trapped in a chess game. That's where we end the session last time. And we start this one still stuck in a fucking chess chair.
Yes. I'll pause the game. First things first. Uku and Kazan. Wisdom saves.
Wisdom saves, okay. Well.
I see.
Well.
Oh, you fucking... And you chose rollies.
Was it
DC
changed the
wasn't that
rollers?
high. No, the roll is... Kazan makes it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So... you sit down, you get comfortable. Like, man, it's just super comfy. Like, incredibly comfy. You're gonna have a wonderful chess game while sitting in this chair. Mm-hmm. But anywho, that's all.
Okay. I don't want to be a Sarah Pendragon.
Yeah, that sounds kind of familiar.
Well, we do know it was magical because I casted Detect Magic.
Yeah. It definitely is magic.
What sort of chess rollies are we doing?
Yes. Before you see the chessboard laid out, all the pieces in correct order. They are all of note, like dragon-esque. The knights are actual, like, got scaled armor. It's highly detailed. The castles are actually just mountains type of thing. But with you both sitting down, both being stuck, you both gain the innate knowledge of chess game needs to be had here.
I don't know how to play chess, do you, Kazan?
I did, though it's been quite a long time. It does not really help being blind.
No, I wouldn't.
However, friends, it seems that we have gotten stuck in these chairs.
Can you pull me out?
Oh, we can try.
I lift my arms up
I
like
go
a
to
child getting out of a high chair.
Sure, I'll go try and lift you out.
Yeah. So let's see if you.
Athletics.
Can I try to pull Kazan out?
Yeah, athletics.
Yeah, cool.
I wonder if they fix the sheet. Lift Kazan. Kazan is a bit heavier than Oku, a bit bigger than Oku.
Yeah.
Contrary to
Oh.
token size, which I long ago gave up, to be honest.
Just has a little flare. To
Oh, the sheet fixed. Nice, they did fix it in an update. Wonderful.
Nice.
As Kazan as well until he's stuck. But Uku. This is funny. You are successfully lifted out of the chair. But the only thing you can think of is sitting back down.
Oh, put me down. Put me down.
I don't think.
Get-
I
I want to
don't.
go. I want to
don't-
sit.
Go sit on
What
the couch.
happened?
Get my ass in that chair.
No,
Did
I
her tail
don't.
fall off or something?
I don't
Yeah,
think I
I'm
will.
trying to grab onto the chair to pull myself back
I'm-
down.
Yeah,
I'm
you're being
pretty
held
tall.
up and you're just grabbing onto it. This is literally a child having a tantrum right now scenario.
You know what the fuck?
Let
It's
me
not my
sit.
problem. I just
Let me
drop
sit.
These
off.
rolls.
Immediately crawl back into the chair.
Okay,
You get stuck once more.
I am very confused.
I think it's a cursed chessboard.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, right then. Why don't you just play chess? I don't know. What could be the
Well, how
benefit
do
of
I
that
play
one?
chess?
I think that one can go forwards.
I
and
think
that one's
Kazan
like an
starts
L
because he
shape.
is white.
I guess.
That is somewhat racist, but
No, that's how the
How do
game
you
is
say
played.
that? There's no.
and I will have you know that this is dragon pieces. It's metallic versus chroma.
Oh,
Oh,
Racist in a different way.
oh shit.
Metallic goes first.
Of course.
Of course. But, well, if I heard correctly, you successfully got out of the chair and have been back into it. Perhaps that has made the sitting here has made us cursed.
well, that's not
So
good,
what?
is it? How do I become uncursed?
Well, often there is a trigger for the curse. In this case, it would seem to be the chessboard. So, let us have a game. Spark, I hope I can trust in you to guide me on where I need to go.
Are you saying I should take a side in this?
No, just tell me if I'm about to do something illegal.
Okay, I can do that.
And Uku, if you could please announce your moves.
Hi.
I'll make sure Kazan doesn't do any illegal moves, but every single time it's Ugu's move, I'm going to like point at the piece and point at the place it needs to be.
Poor Kaz.
Roll a flat d20 plus your intelligence. Make an intelligence check. That's what I meant. Kazan will have a negative to his.
Well, I got a zero to
Ugu.
mine.
Oh, you only have 0? I thought you
Yeah,
had
no,
negative
no.
intelligence.
Nah, I got no negatives. Savings throw or ability check. Boop. Normal.
Mama! Oh. Oh.
-4. So you can see that Kazan is still struggling, but either Uku doesn't notice or doesn't understand the advice you're trying to give her.
I just like to think
And
that she
so-
goes, I like this piece, this is the horse, and just keeps moving the one piece.
I don't want to protect that one. I want to protect this one. It looks cooler.
Fuck, son of a bitches, I see that drawing there.
What?
I see that.
What
there.
drawing?
Okay. But yeah, within about 10 rounds, once Kazan realized that Uku was just moving the one piece, which left the gap, he just kind of sacrificed his own piece to open up the pawn gap, and yeah,
I just
from there it was
imagine
fairly
this-
simple.
Imagine the horse just going in circles, going in the L shapes.
Around and
Which-
around it goes.
As far as points are concerned, Uku does win simply because Kazan is sacrificing so many things. But yeah, as the chess game completes,
I have a feeling this
Nothing
is not going to
happens.
be a good session for you for rolls.
Yeah, I rolled that one. And a 3.
Hmm.
Nothing happens.
nothing
Do
happens
I
for the
still-
moment.
Oh,
And
do
then
I
Kazan
still feel?
just stands up. Ah, well, at least I don't need to sit down anymore.
I try to get up,
You're stuck.
but the chess
So you
game's
cannot get
over.
up until you win.
But then somebody always has to lose, right?
But the doorway then opens.
Ah,
Ooh, what's in...
no! I want to go through the doorway.
Oh, I wonder what's through
Wanna
the
go there?
doorway. I want some to
No!
Wait,
No!
can I try something?
Mm-hmm.
Is the chair stuck to the ground?
hear.
If I rock the chair, does she move with the chair?
No, the chair is
Damn
rock
it.
solid.
Damn it! I was hoping just to
You
drag
can
her
actually see that it's got limited movement range,
Oh, okay.
but it is actually part a one all encompassing. The whole thing's a magic item. Okay.
No. Damn, I was hoping to just like to drag her along. It's unfortunate. Okay. Hmm.
Well. Oh, sorry. And Uku make another wisdom saving throw. You pass.
Oh,
No,
Yeah, you want to go through the door now. You don't want to sit in
Maybe
the
I'll,
door.
I'll try and pick her up again.
Mm-hmm. Athletics. I'm surprised you're not trained in athletics.
I don't do well with the strength skills. No!
Sure enough, you just pick her up. You lose you do lose bits of your skin, but you can already see it regrowing, as is your nature.
Now, what did we learn?
hey, open the door.
Yes, you would have been stuck here forever if not for us.
I'm sure we would have figured that out. Thank you. Ooh, a staircase.
Oh, this
Can
I
you
should
still
have
have
left her in
detect magic up?
Hmm?
the... it lasts
You'll
for
detect
10
magic
minutes.
still.
So,
Yeah.
depending how long the chess game goes for.
10 rounds. Wasn't that long.
Some minutes. I have it for 9 more
Even
minutes.
that's, yeah.
This is the one that broke, and I'm very sad. This was supposed to be on the same map still, but it's not. So
Oh.
1 second. I don't know why it broke, but it did. Can I thank you? Copy. Paste. Activate. Yep. So, walking down the stairs, you get into
oh god,
what
this is a
appears
much bigger map.
yeah, what appears to be son of a bitch. I knew I forgot something when redoing this map to lock all the doors. Ah,
Damn it!
Don't forget. Oh, good.
before you, you see a fairly honestly weak-looking wooden door. It looks aged. It's got holes in it, so you can sort of see through it, but it's just a stone wall on the other side.
Spoiling
Magical?
too much.
There is no lock. Yes, magical. No lock,
Cool.
only a handle.
I grab the handle.
Transmutation.
Quan's mutation.
Transmutation. Oh, no, wait, oh shit, this one actually tells me abjuration.
Abjuration. So it's protection magic.
Of course it would be abjuration.
I'm gonna knock. Hey, get out of my space.
You knock. It's a
I'll see you
very
immediately.
flimsy.
Oops.
It's a very flimsy wooden door. Doesn't seem like much effort would to break it down.
Oh, I was
yeah,
more
there is no
knocking to
lock.
see if anyone's on the other side.
Doesn't seem to be.
I am going to use produce flame so I can see.
I
Oh
take
yeah.
it.
You kick it.
Yeah.
Like an athletics modifier. Athletics.
Athletics check. Are you okay?
No. What's? Oh, you have no modifier.
Hey, that's the man behind me.
The man behind you's rolled a nat 20 and a 19.
As it just swings open, no issue.
I am strong.
Was the magic on the door,
Ow.
or was it like a
There's
sigil?
two really long.
You know, I really should have
holes.
thought about that one before putting it against you guys. That's the door of the week. It was. I'm gonna just give it to you. The stronger you are, the harder it is to open.
Oh. Huh. Huh. That's funny. We all have no strength.
So strong.
Really didn't think about that one, did I?
Do we go left or do we go right?
Right's always good.
Sure, let's go right.
I used like the torch thing. Hopefully it's right.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, cool. Doop, doop, doop.
Magic.
Oh,
No magic.
no magic. What type
Fuck.
of door is it?
This one
I'll pick it.
is a stone door.
Stone door.
I shall pick the lock if there's a lock.
There is on this one. Okay, so first off, you do successfully unlock it.
Uh-oh.
However,
It was trapped.
it was,
Physically
It was
trapped.
trapped. It was physically trapped. As I would like a dex save.
From
Fucking.
Just
Just you?
spark.
cool.
Yeah.
Dex. There it is. Saving throw.
You succeed. As you see a small dart poof, into the wall behind you.
I have a feeling this place is going to be trapped.
What?
Let's be very
Is it
careful.
trapped? Did anything close behind us, by the way?
Not that you noticed.
1 second. I'm not going to actually move, but Oogie's going to run back up.
Mm-hmm.
And close the door of the office.
Close the door of the office. Okay. 1 second. Close that for you. It's closed. Back to the basement now.
Oh, can
But
I
the
go?
door is unlocked.
Can I go back to the tin section and see if there's any footprints that go the other direction, or anything that's any scuffs or?
Sure. Make a survival check.
All right, then. Survival. Look,
No.
It's one of these sessions.
No, it is not. In fact, it is incredibly clean.
Oh no! Oh no! I know what that means.
What's incredibly clean?
The floor.
floor, just all the floor.
All the floor is incredibly clean. You can see there are cobwebs on the roof, on the walls. The floor itself, incredibly clean.
Like just the floor.
Just the floor.
Interesting.
Strange. How wide
Yeah.
are these hallways?
Accurate?
10 feet. Is
5
it
feet.
10. Oh, it's,
Hmm.
oh, okay. Well, these floors are
Okay.
exceptionally clean, my guys.
It's kids. Which way would we like to go?
Let's keep going right. Oh, we can't keep going right.
I think we should take a left. I feel like there's a room right here. So I'm gonna go check it out. Oh, no hallway. It's a hallway.
I thought, guys, we're in a labyrinth.
Son of, I forgot Kazan. One moment.
We're
There he
going
is.
to get stuck. Do I have chalk? I do. I think I have chalk. 1 second. I have an ink pen. Or ink. Okay.
I'm making a mental map of where we go anyway.
Well, I could just make marks on the floor, you know.
On
Well,
the
that's what
very
I mean. I
clean
was gonna do
floor.
that with ink. Well, maybe I can like. Well, come on, let's go.
Get going, boys.
Pushing
Right.
through everyone.
Well, there's enough space to go around each other.
What are these things on the wall?
It looks like paintings that have been flipped inside out. Or so the actual painting itself is facing the wall.
Right.
Oh. I want to see
Weird,
what it looks on the other side.
You flip one around.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't.
Oh no!
It's not in fact a painting, but is in fact a mirror.
Ah,
I would like an intelligence saving throw.
great.
It's just a mirror.
Oh. Why did it got Mirror's face in the wall? That's a bit weird.
Maybe he doesn't like the look of himself. I don't know. Oh, it's a dead end up here, sadly. Can I knock on the
As you hit the dead end
Yeah.
from above.
The gelatinous
great.
cube falls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except
Shit.
it's reskinned to be a medium gelatinous cube.
Can you get cousin down here?
Oh, son of a bitch.
And do I have to roll for any save, or am I in the cube?
Essentially, it will do a engulf. So deck save.
Deck save. Cool, cool, cool. Bleep, 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 bleep. Yeah, my best run 8.
No.
Ouch.
You take 7 acid damage, and you become engulfed.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
initiative.
Yeah, I'm gonna. How am I gonna do this? Yeah, like that. But I've already started an encounter. Head yourselves.
Me rolling shit for initiatives never changed.
Don't worry, I rolled that one. Again.
Little mate initiative, damn it.
It still rolled lower than me because it has a -4.
I love gelatinous cubes.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you're up first. You're
No,
engulfed.
Terry.
Hmm?
You don't need to add Kazan to
Hassan.
Ah, son of a!
Damn, you're worse
I'm
today than usual.
so bad with NPCs. Oh! Kazan's first. I believe I just felt something slam into the ground.
Yeah. Shame. What's happening?
It's a
I'm just
big
in the
cube.
Big cube.
It's
Like a
swallowed
rock?
our friends.
Oh. A soft rock?
No. It's made of jello.
I'll
Burning
step there.
jello.
Uh-huh.
Good God,
So you
that's
can't
touch.
eat it.
No.
Oh.
We'll stick his hand inside the gelatinous cube and attempt to give him a saving throw. Okay. Sticks his hand inside the gelatinous cube, feeling around and just touching Stan, casting enhance ability for any and all strength checks,
Oh, cool.
and then we'll back off. But we'll take the engulf damage, or half the engulf damage, and yeah, it's your turn.
I guess I'll try to get out of it, you know? Probably a good idea. Is that just a strength save? Strength check?
Strength check.
Yeah, and that's an advantage, right?
Yes, it is.
I rolled a 4 and an 8.
No. Should
that
have
was my
looked at you
action,
guys' stats. I kind of heavied up on the strength checks. Yes, that is your action.
Yeah. Is there anything I can do? If I go into my shell, that doesn't help me with anything. No, it doesn't.
Oh no, his poncho. He's gonna be naked.
Yeah, your fancy poncho is starting to burn up in acid.
I'm trying hardest to get up. Okay, that's my action. Bonus action.
You also can't breathe.
Oh, I can hold my breath for an hour.
Oh.
Okay. I can't really do anything. No, that's my end of my turn. Because
Radio. Fuck.
Okay. Let's just do this. Alright, green flame blade. Let's try and cut some of this cube. It's blocked by a wall.
Do it again.
17 points of damage on that hit. And then offhand strike.
You're gonna be hitting the gelatinous cube.
28 points of damage altogether.
However, it's still a gelatinous cube, and its health pool is massive.
And that is my turn.
Did cousin get hit?
He took a little bit of damage shoving his hand in to cast Enhance ability because it's touch.
Oh. Okay. I can target it from here. Well, I can see it, so I assume so.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna blast it. Bam, bam, bam.
No, +8 to hit. Fuck.
Finally.
Cast 2, remember.
I cast 2. Minimal damage. One thing I really suck at is damage rolls.
Yes. Alright. So,
You rolled 2 nat ones this session already. I think it's just all rolls.
Hey, baby.
while engulfed, you take 23 acid damage.
Ouch.
How's it? That's actually above average.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
That's like half, a little bit less than half my HP.
That would leave me on 6 HP.
As it kind of translucently moves forward. Stan coming with him. Oops. Oh, I didn't know that worked like that. And pseudopod. Oh wow.
Terry.
Yes.
Silver barbs. Give myself advantage. And that's a
Oh, I'm
miss.
targeting. Stupid targeting. As it will end its turn. Kazan! Whatever this is an awfully stealthy creature. I can barely hear it move. Nope. Pew. Shoots
That-
upwards.
That's where it was, Kazan, not where it is.
Like I said, it's awfully stealthy and quiet. Damn. Oh, popped you on top. How lovely.
Okay. Guess I just have to do another strength check, I guess.
I mean, you could hit it from the inside.
Guess. No, that it's been unoccupied space. No, there's nothing I can do that will be good enough in this situation to kill it. My best bet is just try to get out, I imagine. Ability
Okay.
check. Advantage.
Still have advantage.
Oh, did the enhanced ability go away?
Nice that you still had advantage.
Oh, yeah.
You can choose where to go within 5 feet of the creature,
Oh, fuck.
because you succeed.
Can I go
Sadly, there is only one spot you can go.
there?
Yep.
Well, I'm fucked. Okay. Bonus action. Can I drink a potion?
100%.
Okay, cool. Come on, potion. Hopefully, I roll well on it. Whoop. Healing potion. 6, better than nothing.
Ooh. Actually, that's not that bad for that. What am I talking about?
That's
It's average. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's all I can do. That's my action bonus action. And I can't move around it, can I?
No.
No.
Oh, look at this. I now have advantage. Green Flame Blade. That did not roll with advantage. Let me roll that again. Just in case of a nat 20. Okay, no. What? Wait, it rolls an 8 and it still hits? Okay, we're definitely hitting this thing. So that's 20 points of damage, and then I'm going to offhand attack. $29 points of damage. Oh wait, that one wasn't with advantage either. Fuck. Okay, it's fine. And so it's my
Uku.
It was fast.
Yeah.
Yay! That was fast.
Hang on. As it was on exactly 13 HP.
Hey! Yay! Did
How
it.
would you like to force kill the gelatinous cube?
There's no way critical to hit. Is there anything in it?
No, not anymore.
Well, you know, stab it like you stab a. No, you don't stab a fork through jello.
Oh, you can.
I just Eldritch Blast it, alright? It's a damn jelly cube. Make
It just makes this
explode
massive
in the
hole.
wall.
Oh, makes a massive hole in it as it just almost forms a face, kind of looking inside of itself before just exploding over everyone except for Uku. You hear it sizzling on all your clothes. End combat.
I will wipe myself down.
Yes.
Same here.
Won't you down mirrors?
Are you looking at all of them?
No, I'm just walking past them.
Can I
Sadly, your placement of hallway there is very against the wall.
Yes.
Okay, I'm badly bad. Okay, I'm gonna cast
Shut
Cure
up.
Wounds on myself.
Oh yeah, of course you would be fucking hurt. Freaking hurt.
Cure Wounds.
Frickin'.
Yes, second level.
Don't like you swearing.
21, not bad.
I shall wait until Stan gets here.
Okay, apply healing. There we go, I'm nearly up to 4. There we go. Okay,
Okay,
I'm
go
not
for it,
going
mate.
first this time. I'm not going first. I'm staying at the back.
That's fine. Is this door locked?
Uku, I need you to move.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Terry, do I sense any arcane presence on this door?
Hey, this door is indeed locked. This one. You can clearly see through it because it's not just a door, it's a gate. So it's like barred one. If I could make it so that... Oh wait, I can do that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's still a locked door, but you can see through it.
I shall.
I'm
Try
still
and-
not used to all the dynamic lighting stuff.
Any arcane things on it?
Nope.
I shall. Any traps, physical traps?
Make an investigation check.
Ugh.
12? Nope.
Right, I shall unlock it. No, I
Oh.
won't.
You go down like a... Ding. Uh-oh. These two
Is
broke.
it- is this not a stone
No,
door?
that's so expensive.
Just the one lockpick. You got more.
What type of door is it?
Just an iron or steel. You're not sure of the metal barred door.
What kind of lock
Like
is
a
it? Is
gate.
it like a bike lock?
Does it,
No, it's just a standard key one, and yeah, it's a gate.
Like a cell gate type door.
Yeah,
It's got the big lock on the side.
Yeah.
Is that-
so I got it.
does what is behind it? Is there anything, or is it just darkness?
You can see, right?
I can't see past the door. Basically, I can see just past
Yeah,
the
that's
door.
all we can see.
No, he can't see even that. It's a wall.
Oh, okay. So there's a wall.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hang on, I can fix that too. It's blocking light.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, like I could get past it, but that wouldn't be any use for us unless I find keys.
Hmm.
The most interesting thing about this door, though, is that it's got no hinges.
Yeah.
Could we try to lift it up, or is it like what type of lock is it? Is it like locking it to the ground, or
No, it looks like a normal lock, as if it would be swung open. But there are no hinges.
no hinges?
You can't use your fancy bag again? Bark,
What's- My fancy what, sorry?
the bag. There's little picks in it and such.
I don't think it'll work.
Oh.
Hmm.
Should we go around? Try and break this?
Oh, fuck, can I try and force it open? What kind of things
Athletics.
do I have? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, sure, I'll try.
Can I try to help as well?
Sure.
Separate checks?
Oh, if you want.
Yeah, let's do
Spark,
separate
you get
checks.
advantage if you want that too.
Let's do separate checks, I reckon.
All right. Okay. Do I still have advantage on strength checks?
Yeah, I think it's concentration up to an hour.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
it hasn't really dropped it yet.
All right then. Let's give it a go.
4.
18. Yeah.
Or you just try to like push it, doesn't move. Spark, you go to lift it, doesn't move. Then you just pull it,
It's a pull.
and then all of a sudden the weight of it becomes way too unbearable. I would like, due to situation, Uku, Spark, and Stan to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh shit.
Liz.
10 fails. 12 fails. 20 succeeds.
Yay.
You take that's not the right one. Boop. Oh, I rolled it terribly well.
Ah! Ooh.
As this sorry.
I-
I rolled one of max of 2d12.
No, never mind. It wouldn't work.
I didn't like that.
As you are not
Oh, God.
Stan, who succeeded, you don't take any damage. You are able to get away out in time. As you were the one who was initially actually holding it up, you just go, nah, I can't hold this, and bail, dodging, rolling up to the side.
I
As-
just like go into my shell and roll away.
Yeah. As both Spark and Uku have become prone underneath it.
Oh, so they're stuck under the door.
They're stuck
Wait,
underneath
why
the
am
door.
I under it?
So did it just fall inwards like a vending
Yeah, like-
machine?
Yeah,
I
it fall
understand-
inwards and just fell.
I understand it broke and like, okay.
Yeah.
Ow.
So
It's easy enough to get out from underneath the door. Just give me it. That's 2 seconds.
Oh, I'm just gonna suck on a potion of healing.
I need to not be rolling damage this session. Fuck.
That took me down to about half HP.
okay.
A little bit less than half HP. Do I have any health
What?
potions? I
Wait.
do.
I have
I
6
can't see.
more on me,
That's alright, I can
just in case, but I'll leave it. Because, yeah. Because if we get really hurt, I've got Aura
Ooh.
of Vitality, and we can just sit here and just heal.
Yeah, if we get really hurt, you look at me.
You actually see that the door has broken properly, and just a small bit of like metal is stuck in it.
Ouch.
Oh, that does not look good.
Look, I'm just gonna drink my last one.
Let's the medical
Pull it
man have a
out.
look.
Okay,
That's better.
I'll give you 2 more healing potions.
Thank you.
Perhaps everyone should give like a 5 or 10 foot gap, because while I couldn't see what just happened, I definitely heard it, and that sounded painful.
Yeah, it was, but
Who designed a place like this? Is just a death trap.
I think that's the point. Hey, look, are they more mirrors? I don't know. I don't actually turn it.
But seemed to be, yeah.
Whoop.
Oh, we just decide where are we going?
Sure, let's
I'm just
go
looking
this
down the
way.
hallways. Yeah. I'm gonna stay like 5
All
feet
right, yeah, I
behind.
forgot about that. 1 second, let me just 5
Terry?
feet behind.
I'm gonna look up at
Oh,
the
goodness.
roof.
Leave a space.
Oops.
Any more gelatinous cubes about?
Make a perception check.
Nope.
Doesn't seem to be.
Yeah.
Moving
I was gonna
along.
say, as I'm walking, do I see like? Can I keep an eye out for anything as we're walking?
Spark's taking the lead.
Ah, okay.
Oops.
Okay. All right, I'm just following Spark. Right then. Right, Spark. Yep. Yep. Do you want me to go ahead or?
Yeah.
Here we go.
No, I got this.
Probably best to leave it to the man with dark vision.
I've got a torch.
Any
out.
arcane powers coming off this door?
Nope.
Is it an alcove? What's going on in here? Okay, I'm just.
But you do see the keys on the floor. Oh,
That's
specifically
suspicious.
over here.
I look up. Immediately, I just look up.
Make a perception check. Nope.
Keys! Wait, actually. From 5 feet away, can I use my scarf to try and grab them?
No, it does not have that much finesse to it.
Ah.
I could just get chicken to get it.
I'll just
Alright.
fucking, I'll pick it up.
Nothing to it. There was just the keys on the floor.
Yeah, okay. Arcane. There's nothing arcane about this door, so I'll check for traps.
Investigation check.
Fuck, I'm not rolling well this session.
Doesn't seem to be, no.
Alright, I'll unlock it.
You go to unlock it. Oh,
Thanks. Wrong set of keys.
there's no keyhole.
What? It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. No keyhole.
I'll just fucking kick the door.
As you lift your foot up, you notice. Oh, there's a keyhole on the floor. But you can
Oh.
continue with an athletics check if you want to kick the door down.
Yeah, I'll just kick it off. My leg's already up in the air. My leg's already up in the air. I might as well try.
You just
No.
kick it. It doesn't move, but you put enough force on it that you just completely lose your balance, fall backwards and prone.
While I'm on the ground, I'll just put the key in the keyhole.
Oh, as he's doing that, do I
Mhm.
see any like outline of a trap door or anything on the ground?
Make a perception check as he's putting the key in.
Yeah, as he's doing it. No, I don't know. 10. Probably
10? No. But as you
Okay.
put the key in, you definitely do see sparks, ironically.
not.
Just
Oh,
make a
shit.
dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you're prone.
This is not my day.
Spark. Just
What's what like? Oh no!
9.
Oh, you're up 9 out of 10. It didn't matter which
It's-
one.
It's fine. The door does open, you see, but you take.
Sorry, you rolled a
oh,
6 and a 10.
Wrong one. You take 5 points of fire damage as jets of
Oh.
a jet of flame just
Oh, I
bursts
take-
up.
Right?
I take like
Fire
2.
Yeah, you take 2.
Fire's nothing. Oh, that was. That's a big hole. That's how. How
Oh,
far
we
is
actually go
this?
through. Sorry, I did see a move. I just didn't actually realize the door was open.
Yeah, no, the key did open the door. It's also just a
God.
jet of flame.
Ow!
Okay.
I don't think I need to explain this one. There's
That's
just
alright,
a
guys,
massive
you can-
chasm.
Oh, you can't see anyway.
As you see, just chasm dry, about to take a step forward.
No, hold him back.
Okay.
Is there some
There's
sort
a
of trap?
pit.
Oh, there's a hole. That explains it.
And I'm guessing that's some type of
What is it?
lever or winch?
What is it?
These things.
Seems to be some sort of pulley. Yeah.
Okay. And do
Rope!
those, does it seem like, does it give an indication of where it goes or what it does?
It's just essentially like a handhold attached to a small chain on the wall.
I can get us across here.
Oh,
Or I just cast jump on myself and I can jump us all over.
If you want to do that. Are these
do we
solid
think?
walls on the side?
Hmm?
Are these solid walls?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, cool. Either that or I can get myself over there as well. Whichever way you reckon.
Give me a second. How it triples my jump. What's my current jump distance? Isn't
If you get your running jump, you get, isn't that like twice your strength or something? Modifier?
well, I don't have a strength modifier, so
Ah, okay, not very far then.
Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score.
11.
And
So you can move 10 feet.
ow.
So I can move 33,
That
which is
triples
more
it.
than enough. Right, get ready.
and
Can well, you may be able to do that, but can you actually like hold us?
I mean,
and yeah.
you and Stan are quite small. I think Kazan's the only issue.
Can a giant spider hold things?
No, but you can certainly hold on to the giant spider.
I'll just see because I don't know how big of the spider it is. Yeah, like-
Giant, by the sounds of it.
Giant spider.
Oh, you know,
That
there's
can
hands are
also
large.
make me and one other person fly, by the way.
There's these handholds. I could just cast jump across with some rope after tying it to one side.
Well, you can jump across.
Tie-
I can
tie it to
misty
the
step
other.
it. I can have two of us fly to the other side.
I like how I didn't do anything to this one, just put a hole there.
Terry, how many people would I be able to jump over? The jump spell
One person at a time.
The jump spell
Yeah.
lasts a minute.
Everyone.
That's fine. I'll just do that.
Jump
You
over
have
there,
to
jump
do a
there.
check. Does
Yeah.
it make
Yeah,
it
there would be
harder?
an increased DC. You can make distance just fine, but it doesn't change the DC.
Sure. Uku, how about you? I jump you across first, and then you work as damage control in case it goes wrong.
Why?
Alright, I'll cast jump on myself.
I have no clue how I'm going to be damage control when someone's fallen.
And I will also use my free long strider. And cast on myself, which increase. Oh, I guess it's movements. It's. Yeah, never mind. Long strider doesn't do anything because it doesn't increase jump or anything. Just
So
targets
you're back off to the wall.
Yep.
With Uku.
with Uku.
Mhm.
And
And you jump.
Run a jump.
Make an athletics check.
Oh.
With advantage.
I'll put myself here for now.
It's fine. You make it to the other side perfectly. Fine.
I'm just going to
Plop
tie
Uku down.
a bit of rope here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to try and jump back. Do I have rope?
Jumping without someone is perfectly fine.
Yeah. And then I'm going to tie a bit of rope to this if I have rope. Do I have rope? I remember one of us lost their rope. Was it me? Hempen rope. No, I still have my rope.
Might
I
have
think
been
everyone has
me.
their rope.
So I'll tie my rope to this handle here as well.
Don't you dare start another rope thing.
I don't have any rope.
Oh,
Might have been Sarah who lost her rope. So if we want, we could take the rope across, or I could try and jump one of you. No, fine. I'm just gonna pick up standard jump with him.
Mhm.
Okay, then there'll be three of us over there, and I guess Kazan can do that, can't he? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, fair enough. I'll jump with Kazan first.
okay. Kazan would actually probably be lighter than Stan anyway.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
little dense
big
boy.
shell.
Athletics check with advantage.
It's better than last time.
You know,
Better.
you having no modifiers absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, what's the DC?
DC's 10.
I thought so.
That's all the DC is. But I'm sitting here like, that's really fucking hard for you
Alright,
guys.
alright. I'll jump back and I'll be like, alright, Stan, it's your turn.
Do I see how close he is to the edge when he jumps?
Like, he's just like on there, bullet sometimes there.
I'll just try and pick him up and jump.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
do we want to do the winch?
It's fine, I got this.
But all right.
I
I get ready.
him up.
I get ready to turn into a spider if he misses the edge.
Athletics check with advantage.
Oh, they got close.
I knew that DC 10 is so terrifying. You make it over just fine.
Alright.
By the way, Tyler,
What's...
your icon's broke on stream.
Oh, shit.
Holy
There
shit.
you go.
There you go.
That's Discord. Discord sometimes freezes it.
It's locked.
We're going to do something with these winches, or not worry about them?
I'll take your rope back.
Yes, actually, that's a good idea.
Well, actually, one is tied to the other side.
Do I have any time left on my jump?
Yeah. You could do that if you want.
Yeah, I'll use it to get my rope back.
You're right back.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say that would have taken a minute in total now.
Yes.
There was a bit of hesitation there, so that was in character. So
Can I mess with this winch just to see what happens if I just do it by itself?
sure. How you doing? What are you doing with it?
Winching it.
So you're gonna pull it?
Pull it, yeah.
Cool. You pull it. The chain comes down
Okay.
a little bit, and your passive perception's quite high, and you just hear a little metallic click.
Oh, shit.
That's it.
Okay.
It does
nothing
not
changed?
go back up though.
Okay. Nothing changed?
Doesn't seem to be.
While we're here, can I, like, grab a piece of... can I grab a piece of rubble or something from anywhere, or is there, like, a rock or anything nearby I can grab?
On this side, yes, there is.
Can I grab one and drop it off the edge and see how long it takes to hit the ground?
Drop it off the edge. It only maybe 3 seconds before you hear it hit something, but then that was clearly an impact sound. Not an impact sound. It just hit something, and then there's an impact sound a second later.
Okay, so it's fairly deep, but it's not a bottomless pit.
No, it's not a bottomless pit.
Okay, cool. Good to know. What are we doing, guys?
It's locked.
Okay.
Let's.
Do we want to mess with the winches? This one made a clicking noise when I touched it.
Well, I don't know if we should be missing.
Terry, is
Well,
there any
let's
more
first
keys
just check
on
if the door
on
can be
keys
opened by normal
that I
means.
picked up?
No, it was just a single key.
Does it fit with this door as well?
There is no lock on this door.
Oh, I'll try to kick this one.
Athletics check.
Fuck's sake.
Bong. Rock solid.
Right. So I think the winch is meant to be a good idea, actually.
Yeah. I think we might need to do them all at the same time. Like, is it when I did the thing? Did I need to like turn it as if I'm like? How does
No, just simply you pulled it down. The
Oh,
chain
no.
extended, and it did not retract.
Okay, so does it feel like it's releasing some weight, or is it like?
Didn't feel anything like that.
So
You just heard the mechanical clicking.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'll turn this one.
It's a pull.
Pull this one.
Pull it down. Same thing. You pull it about maybe a couple of inches before it goes taut, and you hear a clicking sound. And it does not go back into the wall.
Try opening it now.
I try opening the door.
Hmm. Ah. Do I have to use a spell slayer?
Do you get your spell slots back on a short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so it's the same phase. The world shape, yeah, it's the same.
I
So,
put my hand to my chest. And I cast fly.
Okay.
Phew.
You pull that one.
Yeah.
You hear the final metallic click.
Does it open?
I'll try the door. Hey! It's
Hey!
open.
What a puzzle.
I keep it simple for you guys.
How long does this last? 10 minutes. I'm
you're
gonna fly around for a bit.
Ooh, someone's trying to log into my Steam account.
Ooh.
Ooh.
But they can't because they don't have the code. Anywho.
These double locked doors. No keyhole, I'm assuming.
We're knock
Doesn't seem to
again.
be. Oh, wait, sorry. Actually, these weren't supposed to be locked. They're just open.
Oh,
Wrong
shit.
one.
Dragons! Look at them, they're so cool.
Yeah.
Can I see any like pressure plates or anything in the center of these guys?
Make a perception check.
And by the way, yes, I'm flying around, so. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Okay, perception.
Hey, there's a missing light.
18.
We're also missing a blind man.
He's up the corridor a little. Sure enough, there is a pressure plate. Right smack bang in the center.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a pressure plate there. Don't step on it. 'Cause
Ow.
I'm assuming these
Uh,
dragons
yeah, I'm
will
gonna
breathe the air.
Peer inside its mouth.
Like, do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Inside it, you can see definitely the look of slick oil.
Yeah. This bad boy, she smacks it. Breathe fire.
This bad boy, please. Okay. Go around.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But that it was an accurate point. There is a missing light.
And I'm gonna help Kazan come around so he doesn't step on it.
I'm gonna start seeing if there's anything that
That's
messes with this light.
Is that light? Doesn't seem
Yeah.
to be.
Any keyholes?
No keyholes.
Is there something that's meant to be there, or is it just plain wall?
You can see that there are what looks to be bolt holes.
Or could you to check inside each of the dragon's mouths?
Yeah, okay. I will look at each of them.
Same slick oil. Some a bit more charcoal at the top than others. But all seem to be fully prepped.
Well, why don't
And
we
yes.
put something heavy that isn't us in the middle?
Though these are also accurately lit. If you weren't able to tell because of dark vision or light. But on the door, these are very large doors. Stone. It's got a lot of symbolage on it, and it's very dragon in nature. This whole thing is, and at the top there is writing. As soon as I find it,
In Draconic?
no, in common.
Oh.
Oh no, sorry. Actually, it is in Draconic. It is not in Draconic, and it is not in common. I found it. I even wrote that. I thought it was in common, but it's not.
Can we read it?
I don't know.
I can't. I only know common and draconic.
I only know common and Draconic.
Just checking languages. Don't mind me. 1 second.
Druidic?
No!
Gnomish?
No, no one can read it.
Should you object what we can do, Terry, before making this dungeon?
It makes perfect sense as to why, but maybe I should have, yes! I'm sorry, I used a basic language and none of you have it.
Like
Basic
Elven or some
bitches.
shit. Yeah.
It's dwarven.
Except for the blind fucker.
Well, surely he can, like, feel
Has he
it.
got
maybe.
like
It's at the
tongue
top.
drumming?
He can't see it.
Or maybe is it engraved into it? Can he,
It's
like,
engraved at the top, and these are like 15 feet high.
can we, like, boost him up?
But for those who... You can always attempt to translate it.
I will attempt that. Do you want just like straight intelligence or something?
Straight intelligence.
Hmm.
Fucking
Sure.
rolls this session,
Uh,
holy shit. Don't worry, she got a nat 20.
Huh. What the fuck?
As you're just flying around, you just go up to it, you look at it for a couple seconds. You don't know what it means, but you're able to make it out and say it and all that. As aqua memento rebus in adius sever mentum.
Whatever the hell that is, that's just like gibberish.
As Kazan is just like, that means just remember to keep your mind in difficult situations.
Oh.
I
Huh?
thought Aquos means water. And momentum was movement.
Aquayam, not
I
aqua.
see.
And yes, a memento is mind, isn't it? Because the whole
It is,
memento morium or whatever it's fucking called.
exactly.
Yes. Anyway, that is matter, not. Oops,
How dare you know basic Latin words
Go
that
on,
are used
AI.
in everything?
I wonder how heavy something needs to be to trigger that.
Do you reckon a shield would do it?
Yeah, chuck a shield on there.
Yeah, I'll try and frisbee a shield into the middle.
I'm getting out of here.
How heavy is a
Right.
shield?
That's it.
6 pounds?
As you just throw the shield on it. Doesn't activate.
Shit.
I actually have how much weight is needed.
Okay.
I am going to. Oh, I
could-
don't want to destroy something.
I could throw 4 javelins on it.
I might do it.
I'll put a javelin on it, Terry.
How heavy is the javelin?
They're 8 pounds each.
Oh,
Plus the shield?
So 6 pounds what is it?
15, you're right.
Yep.
So it's 15.
When you-
14 for one javelin, and then I can just keep adding until it hits.
When you throw the second javelin on,
Let's see.
everyone's not in the area of effect, obviously, but the braziers light up and burst of flame. That it would hurt. Let's just say that much. But as bursts of flames just encompass that whole area, leaving a charcoal smear.
Well, I didn't like that.
No,
As it also resets.
but the weight's still on it.
Will reset. You can tell that it's trying to reset, but the weight's still on it.
Did we break it?
I think. Oh fuck! Oh no.
What's wrong?
I'm telling
I-
Sarah to shush.
Do you
I
want those
think-
things back?
No, that's fine for now, but
What's in there?
Well, let's open it.
the door is open.
Go on in. What's in there? Oh
Oh,
shit.
it's just a lot of gold. Wow.
Okay. That's
Man,
a
if
lot of-
Leocast knew about this, he wouldn't have financial issues.
Okay.
Oh,
Is there anything in the money? Swimming around or lurking?
Oh,
Oh, I understand. Make a perception check.
Sable dear would love this.
Just swimming. 22.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Oh, okay. Does it seem
I
real?
I think this is a dragon horde.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, there be a dragon.
If I'm not mistaken, this much gold, silver, platinum, and what it looks like to be expensive
Oh, that looks
artifacts.
like cool stuff.
Oh,
There's also a banana.
A banana!
Just a how ripe is
I'm
that?
gonna pick up the banana.
oh no!
It's a perfectly ripe banana.
There's a fucking like
Yeah.
a magical staff next to it, and she goes, "Banana."
I'm gonna open it. Is it still fresh inside?
Yeah, still
I
fresh inside.
eat it.
You eat it. You eat it. Yeah, you eat the banana.
That's a good banana.
Oh,
What are you doing with the peel?
telescope.
I don't really want to litter in a dragon. I'll just shove it in my pocket.
Shove it in your pocket.
Make sure to write that down.
So,
Chuck that out
a
later.
couple of seconds later, you feel something hard poking into your through your pocket.
What is that?
Are you excited to see?
What? I look in my pocket.
It's the banana again.
The infinite banana.
She pulls it out in wonder.
It's just an
Okay.
infinite banana.
I'm just gonna eat a couple bananas, guys, then I'm gonna leave it here. Not counted as stealing then.
Can I look through this telescope?
Thank you for making me say that.
Sit down in the horde and eat a couple bananas.
Can I have a look at this telescope over here? I'm not going to take it. I just want to look through it.
It's not a telescope.
Ah, what is it?
My mind has blanked. But you know those things you had as a kid that you looked through as if it was a telescope and it was the multicolored stuff?
Oh, the kaleidoscope thing.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, it's one of those.
Oh, sick. I'm going to look at Spark in it. What does he look like?
Red.
What about Kazan?
You don't see Kazan.
Okay. Well, Kazan's not there. That's weird. What about
Now, I know
little
you
fishy
guys are
friend?
having fun, but there was a murder we had to solve.
Yeah, so that's why we're down here, because, like, Leocast may not actually be dead, and, like, I don't know where he is.
I mean, yes, but now you're currently eating, like, what's that now? 6 bananas?
Look, I didn't have dessert.
If I look around the room, does anything look weird in the thing? Other than Kazan?
No.
Okay.
No.
Kazan, you look weird when I look through this thing at you. You don't look like you're there.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Alright.
Chuck the
Weird.
banana back. Chuck the peel after I finish my next banana and chuck it in the horde. Alright. Well.
Okay, so well, he's not here, I guess.
Yeah. Weird. Do one look over around the room.
Can I look for any other sort of exits?
Can I help with it or do my own check
Sure.
or whatever? Well, I probably
So-
rolled one. Yeah.
No, that was something different.
Ah,
For the exits, either a perception or investigation.
I'll do investigation.
I'll do a perception.
I'm just perceptioning for not for the specific doorways, just perceptioning. My eyes keep looking onto that banana.
Alright.
No.
That's an infinite banana.
Oh, if we weren't trying to be best friends with Leo Cars, I would take it.
But no, it doesn't seem to be any exits. But with your nat 20, you look behind you and you swear you noticed the faint shimmering.
Like where? In here? Or
Where the doors are.
okay. What type of shimmering? Oh, can I go through the door, or am I stuck here?
You're stuck there.
Okay, so there's a force field.
There is I don't know how to do
Oh,
that.
there's
but-
a wall of force.
Oh shit! We're kind of locked in, boys.
Oh.
And fish.
Why is my identifier a fish? Not even
I
a
had-
fish.
And I did put down the kaleidoscope. I don't have it on me anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, right. Okay then. I guess we have to go looking. Is there anything on these pillars? Or are they just blank?
They are just blank holding up the ceiling.
Can
Okay.
I walk through the door?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Just don't do it because I don't know how to do it.
Wait a minute. Guys,
What?
there's a hole over here
Oh,
in the child.
Fire!
hello there.
Hello.
Ah, you triggered our traps. We had. Oh, well.
Sorry, we're looking
I'm
for
sensitive.
Leo Cars.
And we're looking for anything because there was like a secret door in his office. You know.
Well,
There's some
yes, this
stuff.
is our vault.
Which one of you is a dragon?
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
This looks
Neither of
less
us are
like
dragons.
this looks less like a
Inside.
vault and more like a horde.
That's odd. Adon says that Fire is a dragon.
I wouldn't be listening to what. Yeah, I'm a dragonborn. I mean, I'm a dragon sorcerer. That's what's that? Wait, I'm not supposed to say that.
What's dragon sorcerer?
Dragon sorcerer.
Lana just face palms.
That's
What
pretty
if
cool.
I told you about talking to strangers? You all
Don't-
seem oddly familiar with this one too.
Don't worry, I don't
I
have
noticed.
cunts.
Yeah. Well, we're not interested in taking any of this. I don't really care. Can we leave?
Ah, yes, of course. She waves her hand.
Yeah, that kaleidoscope thing is kind of cool.
Is Leo
Hello.
actually dead?
Hello. So,
No comment.
can you tell me what a dragon sorcerer is when we're done with this?
Sure.
Nice.
I don't really know.
Oh, damn.
It's just what Papa has told me.
Is that why you're learning Draconic?
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, actually, I'm not learning. It's just kind of comes naturally as my
But you
powers develop.
Couldn't. Oh, I guess. Yes. So what's going on? Like, also, where's my familiar?
I don't know. Where is your familiar?
I left my familiar to protect them.
No, you brought it back down to your sniffer dog, remember?
Yeah, and then I sent it back when it finished its job.
Oh.
Your familiar fell asleep. Definitely not because I forgot it.
Well, damn. Alright.
You sense the emotions of content.
Well, I'll get Fable deal later. For now, we're still looking for, Leocast.
I believe Leocas was upstairs.
Well,
Inside
yes. But
She's
Then-
telling the truth.
check.
But then there was suspicious stuff, and the maid said that Leogas told them to slip the poison in, and then we sort of deducted that he may not actually be dead.
Yeah, some weird stuff was happening.
And so you came down here.
Well, I thought he might be hiding behind that wall, and then the wall led here.
Well, in that case, what is your current conclusion?
I don't know.
Honestly, we're all very confused.
Yeah, Leocas is a very strange man with a
It
strange.
seems like there was a weird, either red herring or trying to plant Lord Tyron Wood. I don't know why. I don't know what he's done. But anyway, or maybe then that body isn't dead.
That body is most certainly dead.
Oh,
But that is not Leocas.
oh.
Yeah.
That was a chair.
It's a chair?
Indeed.
Then where is Leocas?
He snuck out the window and came upstairs.
Oh.
He's upstairs. we didn't even go upstairs.
So we weren't meant to go down here in the first place?
No, this was completely optional.
So why did he fake his death?
Oh my god. I thought you were like, oh, we didn't even go check upstairs.
That would be a better question to ask him.
Well, let's go upstairs. Now I'm a little bit grumpy at him. I got stabbed by one of these doors because it was broken. I was close to death.
I will admit, you've mostly brute forced your way through here.
Oh. Why
And I
a bunch of
noticed.
mirrors?
Oh, they suck out your soul.
Oh, that's a bit much, don't you think?
I guess
Well,
it is to
it
stop
only
people
traps
from...
you inside the mirror.
Oh,
How?
I guess. Does
Is
it
there
tell
anyone
you?
currently trapped?
No. Not at the moment.
Inside check.
Very weirdly placed.
Make an insight check. No, not at the moment.
Alright.
Well, can you take us out of here safely?
I most certainly can, though it's a shame you killed our cleaner.
Well, it
Oh.
tried to eat.
To be fair, it did try to eat our turtle.
Like, I'm a turtle, not a turtle.
Oh, I am not a fish.
You're an
Little
axolotl.
fish.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Upstairs then.
Yes,
Alright.
please.
It's a massive waste of...
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was a fucking chair?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
back.
You can polymorph inanimate objects into. I don't know what the spell was actually.
As the last of you enter, the door closes. Well. Welcome.
Thank you.
You seem somewhat injured. Apologies, that was actually hidden what you stumbled upon.
Oh. So, why?
couple of reasons. One, it was designed to be the entertainment for the night. Number two, it was to see the reactions of certain individuals here, which I have successfully done.
Yeah, a lot of people don't care that you're dead.
You'd be surprised by what they whisper to each other,
Oh.
especially
like
when they don't
hearing
pay attention to my maids, which I have heard that you accurately did figure out that they were my accomplices, more or less.
Yeah, I thought you had some inside issues.
Yeah. And were you trying
Which
to
is
pin
very
down
well done.
Taronwood? What was the deal with that?
That I gave plausible leads as to 3 individuals that would be possibly framed for murder. If you had ousted them and laid the evidence as to why you thought that someone was my killer, then I would present myself.
Make us
Oh.
look like fools.
Whoops, we kind of. This wasn't the plan, was it?
No, not whatsoever.
Do they know that you're in here right now?
Right now? No, they
Yeah.
do not.
Ah.
Would find it easier that they all be kept in the one room for now.
So, what now?
Well, first off, I will get rid of this fake corpse of myself as he waves his hand.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, and since we got you, do you want to talk to Kazan?
And yes, well, that conversation I believe will be in private later.
Yeah, right, but
Yes, you. Oh, go on.
You 3, I believe, according to the contact, have need of me. Outside
Oh,
of just Kazan, who I was already prepared for, though it did seem that my contact did end abruptly with him.
Huh?
He had just entered the town of Gares. And all of a sudden I was no longer able to contact him. Any of you wouldn't have any idea why that is, would you?
No clue.
His eyes lock onto you.
Okay, I may have a magical item that prevents me from being
Oh,
detected by divination and such magics.
I see. Good to be aware of if I ever need to contact you. I won't.
Yes.
But I
Yes.
suppose perhaps we should discuss your needs at a later date without the people around.
Yeah, possibly. But I'm glad that we can at least arrange a meeting. What's
Indeed.
our plan for the night?
You'll be guests here until further notice. Of course, only if you want to.
Yeah.
Your rooms have been prepared, however.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, yes, I kind of came to protect the magical person who is soon to be hunted by the organization.
Indeed. Now, obviously, I have made no secret before you of my magical capabilities. My daughter here takes after me. She is their real target.
Yeah, why have you got Arden here? He kind of has doesn't like Farah.
Keep your enemies close.
Oh.
It's easy to keep an eye on them. And it allows him to think he's being able to snoop on me. And in actual fact, everything is completely orchestrated by me.
Well, I'll be darned. I tend to just annoy people till it goes my way.
That is one form of manipulation.
Yeah.
Often short-term benefits, though.
Yeah, does cause issues, especially when they're stronger than me.
The duel gets captured a lot.
Hey, one was voluntary.
Didn't you
But
die?
regardless. Excuse me.
What?
Oh, yeah, she actually died.
And came back.
Yeah, my friend brought me back.
Your friend?
Yeah, my the one that allows me to use my powers. Pew, pew.
You have a
Eldritch
patron.
Blast.
He's a big underwater thing.
So he's on this plane.
Yeah, I used to go see him a lot. Why he's
Oh,
my
that's
friend.
absolutely wondrous. Would you be able to tell me their name or describe them, perchance?
I do have his name. One moment. Let me just quickly run to my backstory.
Darling, one thing at a time. Deal with our guests first. That's the most polite thing before you get enraptured in their story. Apologies, of course. Another time, another time.
Hi.
But stands up. Regardless, you may not have done what I expected, but doing what is unexpected is equally impressive. I do have an offer for you all, if you are interested.
What's that?
Yeah, well and blizzard.
Well, that
You just voted the
after
table.
a good night rest. Yes, I did. There was no other way to get through. Now, why don't you all come with me and we shall
Bye bye.
celebrate this ruse and hope that everyone had a good time. They didn't.
Oops. Whoops.
Well, there we go.
Stop closing the door!
Come on, cousin.
Ah, two NPCs. What have I done?
We worked it out.
As their cast enters, there was generalized talking. A lot of annoyed faces as they all turn to look. Surprise! It seems they actually found me. My elaborate ruse to prank one of you and then announce myself as still alive has dramatically failed. Seems even I underestimated these wondrous adventurers. As he moves forward. I do apologize for any undue stress upon you all. And I do hope that you all had a good time, especially Ardon. This would have been right up your alley, I'm sure. Silent Doom, I hope our organization has done wonders to impress you. And Lord Sarlacc, I do apologize for stealing your staff. Well, hidden blade, I should say. Have it back, as he pulls it out from a bag at his side. Ah, well, yes. Thank you, I suppose. And with that, well, my big surprise has been successfully ruined. Which, in a way, it is quite the entertainment. At least for me, I hope everyone enjoyed. If you'd all be finishing up now and heading out, it has gotten quite late. And I do have a sick kid that I need to tuck into bed. But finish up, enjoy your night. Make sure you don't get mugged on your way home. And another round to go. Claps his hands as the maids come out, start collecting everything, start handing out one last round of drinks. He looks to Lord Sarlacc, who was kind of sitting in his chair, coughs.
Ooh.
As slowly but surely people finish their drinks, finish their conversation, you will overhear lots of conversation about how, oh, of course. It was just entertainment, a prank. How typical of Lord Leocas. Always had a sense of humor, stuff like that. A lot of lip service. You could tell that even through their facade of that they're like sigh. But slowly but surely, people start to leave. Boop. Boop. I'll delete them. Boop. Before it is just
Why has he got the eye on him again?
because that's the one who saw it. It walked in.
Oh, right, yeah, that's right.
As it's just comes down to you lot. Some of the others. Lord Sarlach finally stands up. Well, I should be get going. Wonderful night as always.
Bye-bye!
Yes, Uku, bye.
Strange.
Ardon is just staring at Leocas.
Like he is in the image.
This noble has passed out
Oh.
due to possibly stress, maybe alcohol.
Pat his
probably both.
unconscious body on the back.
He was the one that walked into on it and panicked.
Well, we may need someone to take him home.
As the warlord stands up. Very well. It is only the right thing to do, and I'm heading out now anyway. Picks up the body,
Bye-bye.
slings him over his shoulder, not caring that much.
He's gonna have some bruises in the morning.
He most certainly will. Leocas. Frame me next time. It's much more entertaining if I'm the center of attention.
Why did Kurt just put ... and then no in the chat?
I don't know. Am I using an image that he planned on using?
Or did you use a premise that he's already
There was more to it than just entertainment.
used?
It's not there anymore. They moved there. As he picks him up. Don't also drag Stan.
Well,
Wonderful
I'm gonna
meeting
go
you
find
all.
Fable Deer. I'll be right back.
Your pet is upstairs, sleeping on the bed.
Okay.
The warlord just looks at Ardon, gives him a side eye, nods to the rest of you before walking out. Ardon sits and stares.
Sorry. Yeah, you can go home, right, Alan?
I looked at that corpse. That was a corpse. 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, it was a funny old chair.
A chair.
A chair.
I think I'm able to tell the difference between a chair and a fucking corpse.
Well, apparently not.
Obviously not.
Yeah, it fooled me, that's for sure. Oh boy.
He just raises an eyebrow.
What's the problem? Like, turned out to be a chair. Whoa! Leocast isn't dead. We're all happy.
Right. A chair. Gets up. Takes one last glance at Ardon. Before just... That's
At
at
Leocast.
Leocast. Shut
Don't
up.
look at yourself,
I got
mate.
Hey, he certainly can. He would admire himself. Have you seen this guy?
Bye-bye. Party pooper.
Shoves the maid out of the way.
Hate him.
Actually, that's ironic that you can see this. And just stares at the dragon.
I'm fine moving.
And you just see the great sword appear and smashes
No!
the tail.
No!
Dragon imagery.
I so wanted to cast something on him, but it's not worth it.
He has severed the tail from the body perfectly.
That was so well made. Is the tail warm?
Yes, the whole statue is warm.
Oh, is the broken tail warm?
Yes.
Is it just like an internal heater or something?
Just a
No.
radiator.
It is. It's just a fucking heater. It's just a fucking. It's just a giant dragon statue with a heater.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Far away. I like it.
Well, that guy's a massive turd burglar. That's for sure.
Hey, Ardon has always been interesting to make fun of.
He wants to kill me.
He wants to kill us all.
Oh.
Yeah,
Seems like
Just some
everyone
more
from
than
that
others.
company is just a whole load of turd.
they're a bunch
Glances
of
at
hypocrites.
Spark.
That's what they are.
That
Not
is
quite
interesting.
everyone, Uku.
But
Not quite everyone.
what do you mean? He's not a part of that company. Why would he be with us?
That's for him to discuss with you, not me. I don't know the details, of course. I just know the present.
You better start explaining later. Spark. Spark?
I'm here. Don't worry.
Wait, were you listening to that conversation?
Yes.
Okay. What now?
Now? Well, a moment.
Hello.
Now? Perhaps we should show you to your rooms.
Okay.
Discuss in the morning, unless, of course, you think it is more hasty.
Mine is, I think.
If you think we are safe, that's fine.
You are absolutely safe here.
Inside check.
Mm.
You get inside check. There was no he said that with utter confidence.
Okay.
Those who are under my direct protection need not fear that of politics or any such attacks on their person or any organization that they are so hunted. Those that I take under my wing, well, it's what I do. I save people. But, if my dear daughter and wife could show you the way, and I will steal Kazan and have the discussion with him.
Okay.
Sure.
All right then.
Kazan, if you may, take a trip to our office.
You say our office?
English is not my forte today, clearly.
Bow wow wow wow.
I
bow.
knew somebody was gonna make the damn
I
joke.
can feel it. They're gonna fuck
Well.
in the office.
He's got a wife and a kid.
They're gonna fuck in the office.
If you'd be so kind as to follow me upstairs.
All righty then.
Yes. Come on. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
they went different way. Oh,
Let's go.
she's
No.
just following us.
Oh god, I went to the maid. Close enough. Whee. What the height did I set this to? 20.
20.
20.
Eh.
20.
1 second, I need to just fix up Fable there.
20.
What? Sorry.
Oh no, I'm on the wrong level. Now I can't see anyone. There we go. Ah, shit. I grabbed everyone. Now I actually need to remember which one is which. Oh, it's just all three over there. Wonderful.
Oh, fuck's sake.
You may pick your rooms out of the three around here. North wall. That's the bathroom.
Ba-da-ba. Oh,
Open the
wow,
doors to make it
there's
easy.
so many beds. Oh, and there's a window.
To the window.
That's
But-
where the dogs are.
Consider this your home.
Thank you,
The-
Miss Lana.
No problem, Milton. The maids will take care of any immediate needs or problems that you may have. Yes, there's the toilets. Oh, already in use.
Well, he hasn't gone all night, so.
Must have been the nerves.
It was pretty stressful.
Oh, it's a bad one.
God damn it, Lily. But the house is yours. I myself will be heading to an early night. It has been quite the eventful night.
It has been. Well, have a good night.
If you have any problems, my daughter will most certainly take care of it. I will tell her to go to bed, but I already know that she won't.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
he's
use
done.
that for a while.
What does your room look like? You got one bed.
What about those two? Like,
Huh?
Hmm? Oh no, I just forgot to delete 2 nobles.
Oh.
The maid here is just gonna be posted outside that toilet for a while.
Oh. Sad. Now I'm going to have a more casual stroll of the castle. Castle?
Yes.
Mansion. Looking at the paintings and such. Are they all dragon themed?
No. Various images, scenery, and for the most part, yeah, mostly just landscape pictures of vast mountains, a sea of forests. The only interesting note is that it all seems to be from the air. Yeah, it seems to be like top down or high point of view.
Eagle eye.
Yeah.
A dragon eye view.
Bird eye view. But yes,
Okay.
the place is yours to explore if you so wish, or collapse if you so need. The library is at yours, and it is what,
Pretty late, right?
8.
Well,
Yeah,
I-
she'll do a bit of exploring, a bit of seeing what's around. That's pretty much what she's gonna be doing.
Are the windows openable?
In the bedrooms, yes.
Cool. to know.
Terry,
Mhm.
I want to try and do some research on stone skin disease.
Right.
Oh, is that the thing that the daughter has?
Yes, the daughter.
That's why I put a border in like a grey stony color.
Oh, would I have known that? Or was it something?
That was a joke, Chloe.
I'm like, no, the stone skin.
No, she doesn't have stone skin.
Oh,
That was the joke. Sorry. Yeah, make an investigation check. See if you can even find anything on it. Get back to you. Uku.
Yeah,
You doing anything specific or just wandering around?
just wandering around for now.
You do see Farah just was sitting on the chair as everyone walked past, and now is like knees on the couch, just staring after you.
She's just gonna say a little bit loudly, "Man, it'd be good to have a tour guide."
Where do you want to go? What do you see? You want to play ball again?
Sure thing. And when it comes morning, I want to see your dogs.
Dogs? What dogs?
You dogs that your dad took out to walk it earlier today.
Hee. Let's check.
What?
We don't have any dogs.
Then what are the kennels?
For the maids.
What
They're for
goes
the
in-
cats.
The cats? Do you
Yeah.
own cats?
No, we own dogs.
What?
I gotta play ball.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
do that.
Okay.
I'm not bothering with it.
Oops, I put myself to 2. There we go.
Are you after any conversation with her during that time that you're entertaining her?
No, nothing specific. She'll probably just be asking general stuff like about her, about the house, about the wagon sorcerer?
Just general answers for you then.
Yeah.
As far as the house is concerned, it is one of the oldest in the city. It is been in the family for as long as she knows. At least that's what she's been told. It was founded by a draconic sorcerer, and it has been in their bloodline forever.
What do draconic sorcerers do? How come you can do... Well, I should probably rephrase this. I can tell you guys like, draconic sorcerers, you guys like dragons. But some of this stuff make you guys seem more like you are dragons. Hmm? What does that mean?
It means I can cast spells. And that's not
Oh.
okay. And it means I can alter them. And it means I can breathe fire sometimes. Well, actually, I breathe lightning.
Wow. So, are you actually just a magical half-elf?
Let me check what I gave her as half elf or just elf. 1 second. I think I just. Yep, half elf.
I will insight, because I am curious. It's quite adding up in my brain. Never mind. Yep, half-elf. Oh. But yeah, you do gotta be careful. We met 2 kids that were kidnapped because they were magical.
You met more kids?
Yeah, when we were in the last town, some people that from that company that people keep talking about, they were still taking kids, and we freed 2 of them, and they became, I think, our friends.
Oh. And she starts taking off her. She does wear like this leather chest piece thing. She's just taking that off. And yeah, this is the telltale sign. She pulls it off, and you just see that her specifically upper chest, shoulder area is just pure scale.
Oh, what color?
Platinum.
Nice. So does your dad and mom have that too?
No.
No?
No.
Wow. Well, I think it's cool, because I've seen a lot of things. My friend, no, does he have scales? No, well, sort of. He does have scales, but not as much as I expect them to have. And, I've met a lot of dragon creatures on my journey to meet the proper dragon, and, they all have scales too. I find it cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
This is why people say that I'm sick.
Well, I can probably understand. You know how I said about the people stealing children because they're magical? I think that's more the thing. think your dad is protecting you.
I think so too. Probably.
I'm sure you'll become powerful enough soon enough that that won't be an issue anymore.
I can do this. And she just makes electricity pop from her hands.
Oh,
Which you
nice.
recognize to be Shocking Grasp.
Ow. If I had any spell slots, I'd just put a lightning bolt. But I don't. Instead, I can do that too, but with fire.
Create bonfire. Right.
Yes. Unlike you, where your magic comes from your blood, mine comes from my friend.
That's from my blood?
From your birth? From... It's in...
It came from my scales.
Yeah. I meant as in it came from you. That magic is yours. Mine isn't.
So you receive it as a gift.
Yeah, I guess. I think so. I hope it was a gift.
Eh.
But other than those sort of mild conversations, it's just a play ball.
Dan.
Well, I don't know. I'll just I think he'll just get some sleep. I guess.
Just sleep. Very
Yeah,
well.
Thinking about all the stuff I learnt about the ley lines and stuff, and I'll just go to sleep.
Yeah. For you, Spark. 23. You do find one book on it. This one specifically is talking about skin conditions, stuff like that. Talks about the hardening of skin due to petrification, due to curses. It does actually mention draconic sorcerers in their way that they do also scale, which can cause hardness and issues. It for the most part describes the issue.
Right.
It won't provide you any solutions, but this is a proper full-blown medical book, which is properly dated and named, which is probably the important thing for you. It is dated only a matter of 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
And it's got like, you know how books have like the sketch of the person or a picture of the person in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this has this as well, of what looks to be just some sort of humanoid. It's not like an insanely detailed, but human male, relatively decently aged. The name of Bolkosh.
Balls cost. Okay.
No, Bolkosh.
Yeah, balls cost.
Bolkosh. Fuck you.
I've written it down.
Yes, there are actually numerous other books written by Bolkosh on other various other medical such things. It seems like he would be some sort of very well educated doctor. That's a good point. His title is Dr. Bolkosh.
Dr. Ball's cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were looking for a solution, you don't find any of that, or preventative in any innate way or not whatsoever.
Yeah, that's fine.
Time does pass though, unless anyone else wanted to do anything more.
Nah.
Well, I went to bed and I don't know that he's researching medical stuff.
Yes.
So, yeah.
You know what? There's only one thing I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna stay up. I'm gonna make sure that Kazan.
There's only 3 rooms, right?
Over there, yeah.
Ah, I see.
Is there any more on this side? No, this is the library.
There are 2 more rooms.
Does Kazan get a special? Oh, I actually did see 2 more rooms out here. Like this one.
It's okay. Kazan's gonna sleep in Leah Castle's bedroom.
Well, the castle is over here. Yeah, I'll stay up and peer down the balcony and make sure Kazan appears.
Oh, I had already been dragging them. One moment. Eh. As they walk up. Eh. Lucas goes this way. Kazan goes this way. Uku.
Hi!
Lucas enters. Uku, is this a door?
Yes, the door. 1 second.
Thank you. Right.
Have a good night. Can I help
Uh,
with it?
Just, which way's the bed?
Grab his hand and touch the bed with it.
Wonderful, thank you.
No problem. I'll close the door on the way out. I think that's an
No, it's-
ensuite. Wait, let me just make sure that's an ensuite. You have an
Yeah.
ensuite.
He gets the ensuite.
Bastard. I mean, Kazan, that's not your room. This is a storage room.
Yeah, you guys all have to share a bathroom. Everyone else gets an ensuite.
Your bathroom with man who stunk it all up.
No, that was the toilet. That's closed off.
Good night, miss. I get 3 beds. I have. I take all the pillows off the other beds.
Hmm.
I put them all on the one bed.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Make like a nest.
Yeah, in a way. Surround myself with pillow.
Right. But everyone wakes up in the morning, refreshed, no longer injured, full spell slots.
Oh, where is the button? Long rest.
Oh god, that's too far. 9. Let's go 9. Seems reasonable. Oh, unless anyone want to sleep in. Don't want to sleep in.
Nah.
Nah. Ain't good.
No, I don't need to.
Covers 3 hit points. That's what I like to see.
Yep.
Damage.
Points. Bloop-a-doop-a-doop.
If you would wait there 1 second, Uku.
Sure.
Oh, wait around here, waiting for everyone to gather.
Yeah.
Breakfast will be served shortly.
Table is in the plant.
Anything interesting happened last night? Other than the stuff we did?
Good night's sleep.
Yeah, good night's sleep.
Nice.
Good morning.
As she attempted to be stealthy about her approach, but roll a 10 so everyone saw her.
Oh. Good morning,
Hence my
Clara.
stealth check. But I was being sneaky.
The Fable deer told me.
People dear is in a tree plant napping.
He has a good smell.
Oh.
And wait, I know he has something else.
Keen
Blind
sense.
sight.
Of 10 feet.
She's there. She's in 10 feet.
Oh. Oh, well, that's not fun.
Yeah, you can't sneak up on him.
Morning.
Good morning.
Surprise.
Ah.
Gee.
Hmm.
Where's your mom and dad? Ah! Why are you in my spot? Thank you.
They cast phasing through walls.
Leocus came up this way.
Goodbye.
As you
Below
can
there?
see, that he is coming up without the assistance of any maids, just carrying plates of food.
Okay, please
Like
come here.
he's
A
holding
moment.
3 plates in each hand.
Three plates in each hand.
Yep.
What the fuck?
As he all lays
Kevin.
it down perfectly.
Kevin. Good
I
morning.
decided to let most of the maids have the morning off. They worked late last night.
That's really
And so-
impressive.
I mean, all I told is that they don't have to work until later if they wanted to. Today was an optional work day.
I meant more about the plates.
Oh, this? I could have done more. But this is all the chefs had prepared for the time being. I hope this is a satisfactory back to breakfast. If you can think of a breakfast food, it's there.
Hash browns.
It's there. It's there.
Cereal.
It's there.
He arrived with cereal on a plate. Fucking wild.
Yeah, it's on a plate in a bowl. It's like multiple bowls on a plate.
Just the fucking logistics of holding 6 plates.
This guy's magic.
I've seen someone hold 5 plates and it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this guy's impressive.
Probably a dragon.
Definitely a dragon. She fucked a dragon.
Either she fucked a dragon or he fucked a dragon.
Well, no, we know he's an Asher elf, so probably he fucked the dragon.
Yeah.
But as the door is unlocked to Cousin's room.
Shouldn't barge in on people like that. What if he's naked?
Fair.
He can't see his clothes to put them on, so.
I can feel them though.
You can. Good morning.
Good morning, cousin.
Ah, Uku. How may I be of
Everyone's,
service?
everyone's around in the other room for breakfast.
Ah. Let me just get up then. As he gets up. He's fully dressed.
Did you sleep in your clothes?
Well, they're difficult to get on, so I tend to only to take them off to wash them.
Oh. Hi.
He wears loose-fitting clothes.
But if you ever want to sleep in something as comfortable as pajamas or nothing at all, I'm sure we can help.
I will be perfectly fine, I hope.
Will everyone see your guess?
Look how he's even smaller than the child.
I don't know what's wrong with the token. He's
He's
set to
so
medium. He
If-
is set
If you
to
set him to
medium.
large, what does it do?
It makes him large but small.
Why don't you just make a new one for him?
I did.
I just like to think Kazan's a really short man.
I did make a new one, Sarah, and it did the exact same thing.
There's something about him.
Yeah, because this is large, yeah. Wait, it didn't update.
I'll be right back. Need to do it.
Wait.
Oh, wait, I know why it didn't update. Bup.
You have an update on drop.
Yeah, got the update on drop. In here. Settings are medium. I didn't reset his hit points. Yeah, I'm done. Now, I hope everyone is enjoying breakfast. And now's a good time as any to discuss what you all want. I'm happy to help if it's within my power.
Honestly, I just want to start the organization's plans.
Oh. That's very interesting. Stop the organization's plans. And what exactly do you know of them, may I ask?
Well, what do you know?
Very little.
Yes, I see you're just fishing for information.
You want me to help? You want me to be a sponsor? I most certainly can.
You know, I
Well,
offer information for that. So, okay. Do you
Wouldn't it
want
be
the short
dan-
version
wait,
or the
wait,
long version?
Well, first of all, wouldn't it be really dangerous for you to be a sponsor against the organization?
They already
Only
have
if
the
they knew.
child.
Yeah. Fair enough.
They're doing what?
Oh yes,
Oh,
there's
right. Those bad people. Right. I forgot. Sorry. Sausage in her mouth. Yes, they most certainly are.
Oh, I'm back.
yes, but do you want the short or the long version?
The long, to make sure that I don't miss any details.
Okay, well, get ready to hear my backstory, everyone.
Yay.
As you know, I used to be a part of the organization. I was inducted by an instructor. He taught me the ways of fighting. A unique way that not the others are. They are mostly blood hunters, all up there. Manipulation of the blood to grant them mystical abilities. Some transforming into what was it? Like were creatures. You know, like werewolves, were tigers, and such. So the others just shooting things into their veins, different
Just sounds like a
chemicals
problem.
to give them different magical properties, resistances to certain type of like certain types of damage. But as everyone knows, the organization does not like magical people. They usually hunt down the magical artifacts, monsters, anything to do with magic to get it into their hands and the hands of not the common people. I thought it was a better way of doing things, leaving, no magical uprising, no big catastrophe. But as I was bringing someone in, I noticed the child being experimented on, blood being drained from their veins, over and over, sucking out their magical properties of a small ruined child. I tried to break in and release this child. By the time I got there, they had stripped all the blood from his body, and one of the heads, I hate to call him a doctor, but scientist was injecting it into himself, giving him the properties.
Bunch of hypocrites.
It was that moment that I slapped a few people in the face and left. Stole a few things and didn't look back. And I kind of wanted to take down the corruptness of the organization.
Alright then. How long had you been in the organization for?
It's how am I now? 19? 20? I think I'm almost 20. So about 3 years. I was inducted when I was 17.
How many people do you reckon you brought in?
A lot.
Ugh,
No, I don't. Not all of them were innocent people, though. Most of the people I brought in were criminals that were using their abilities to harm people. But I don't know how many of that was true, and what they told me, or what they were actually. I know some of them were. I caught them in the act, but some of them were still bad people, but some of them may have been good. So I don't know.
And your aim is to bring them down now, or?
Yeah, essentially.
So what, did you just... Well, how did you... You just ran from it?
Yeah, pretty much. I stole this amulet to keep me hidden. I went to walk out the front door. They tried to stop me. I told them to get the fuck out of my way, and I scared the shit out of them, and they moved.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Well,
Well... I guess. What?
Found one of your hairs on my foot.
yeah.
Well, you can get Sarah on the head.
Yeah, I surprisingly see her hairs in my room as well. It's really good.
I've never even entered your room, by
I
the
know,
way.
but
Yeah,
I still
that's-
somehow get in here.
Fucking
I was
wild.
wearing socks.
They sort of just, they're like worms. They just go wherever they please.
Your hair's like worms. Sarah's hair is worms.
It's great when it's in my food and I pull it out and it's like giant, long, white, black hair.
And that's happened to
Yeah.
me when I've been eating pasta. It's fucking the worst.
Which again should happen because I don't eat the pasta.
Anywho, that is quite the story. Honestly, more than I expected.
I'm just putting everything on the table.
Now, I can't give you, obviously, direct way about this. But, well, I can give you an offer. We'll do that after I hear everyone else's story. It seems that you all will have interesting ones.
Who wants to go next?
Wanna rock, paper, scissors for it?
All right.
Rolly.
Ah,
Uh,
shit. I don't even know how to do this now.
Just roll these, I guess.
No. Just type it in chat, and on the count of 3, press enter.
Okay. All right then.
Terry, you have to do the countdown. You're the GM.
Tell me when you both decided.
Yeah.
Yeah, I decided.
And 3.
Paper wrong as well.
Papa. Oh, Papa.
All right then. Paper. Oh shit. All right then.
Nay.
Let's go again.
You can just put the first letter
One.
as well. You don't have to type out the whole thing.
Oh well. We already. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh
Oh.
crap.
We didn't
Oh,
decide what that
ouch.
meant.
Oh yeah. You just choose. Do you want to go first or me?
I'll go last. I want to hear your story.
All right then.
Boy.
Well, yeah. All right. From the beginning or just recent stuff? How much do you
Well.
want to know?
We got the long from Spark, so we'll get the long from you.
Well, my clutch that I was in was about like 8 eggs. I'd say.
Not that beginning.
All right then. Well, I grew up on the island of off the coast up north. A nice place, druids and all people from all over. Some people like wanted to get away from the continent and a bunch of other people. And we just look after the place because it's like what my group of people have been doing for generations. We've been looking after this specific island, and recently there have been problems where there's been magical rifts of some kind where there's like creatures and things coming through, and it's been wreaking havoc and causing major issues, and we don't know why. And yeah, tragically, a lot of people have been hurt, and some people have been killed or worse. And I'm just trying to figure out why. I think it has something to do with like the ley lines overlapping over the island, and it seems like possibly the ley lines are possibly causing problems on the mainland. Maybe. I just don't know yet. Don't know that much right now.
Wow. That's a lot of magic.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I really hope it's still alright back where I'm from.
So you want to fix that then?
Well, I at least want to know why it's happening, so I can understand it, try to make things better. But yeah. Yeah.
Well, that
it-
I could also be of help with. Just so happens my knowledge of ley lines is quite extensive.
Oh, that's all. Any information would be helpful.
I can most certainly give you the local ones. All the major foci.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And enlightening, I wasn't aware of any issues.
I'm not sure exactly if there's any issues on the other overlaps of the ley lines, but there's definitely for sure happening on my island. And I'm just traveling to other overlaps and seeing if there's anything happening there, and seeing if there's any other clans of druids that are having any issues or can give me more information. But still on the hunt for information so far.
I can definitely give you mayhaps some of what you need. Though I hear sounds like that for you to fully comprehend, you will need to go there yourself.
Yeah.
Interesting. And Dooku.
Yeah.
What is your story that has made you come here?
I want to find a dragon. So, think first. I was just fine sticking where I was, but I saw a dragon fly over, and I got kind of curious and followed it, and yeah, it nearly killed me again. But my friend saved me down in the depths and brought me back. He doesn't like dragons very much. He considers himself to be better than them. His name, so my friend's name is, Avalanturia.
Okay.
I can insight check anyone.
Insight.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, surprisingly low. Bruh.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was waiting for those to go through. And, well, so I guess he wants to prove that he's better than them. So that's why I'm going around and trying to find one. And I died with these guys. And he brought me back, but he said that for his payment for coming back, the first dragon I meet, I have to kill.
Oy.
So
Well, that
I'd
is
love,
quite the total order.
yeah, I would love to meet a dragon if there was a way that would prevent me from killing him. I was originally trying to find the gold dragon that flew over, but he was way too fast, and I got little legs.
So what you're telling me is that for you to continue doing what you want, we need you to find a dragon that you're able to kill and have no repercussions.
Yeah, look, I don't want to kill a dragon, but if I don't, my friend would probably be very mad at me.
Well, how else will he prove his superiority if his warlock is not able to defeat them?
Yeah, I guess.
So, what is your patron? I thought he was a dragon. But, I don't know.
Backstory-wise, I don't. So I don't know much about the creature in general. Do I know anything about my patron, if I were to think back on it now?
Anything not outside of what you wrote, I don't think.
Yeah, no. I don't know. He doesn't have wings like a dragon. I thought dragons had scales and wings. He looks like me in a way, but bigger and well,
So,
yeah, he's
well-
got horns and stuff.
big horned creature from the
A
deep.
bit longer than me too,
Okay.
like a big lizard, but with
Okay.
my frills and colors and such.
And his only goal is to prove he's better than a dragon?
Oh, I don't know about his actual goal. That's just what he tells me. I'm sure he's doing something under the water. Can't imagine that you'd want to be there and just laze around.
Okay.
He,
And
he's kind of up himself.
okay. And okay. Interesting.
Are
Anything
you
else
fishing
we
for a
should know?
nature trek there?
Um, I would probably have no idea what this creature is, but I could if you think I would even attempt it.
You can attempt it, yes.
A horned lizard.
Because whatever this creature is not
Well-
a natural creature.
He's really big. Like when he saved me, or whenever I meet him, I'm like the size of but I can fit in his palm.
Okay. It has palms?
Like me, in a
Oh,
way.
so, you and your size wreaks havoc. I can imagine a giant version of you. Jeez.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much those powers can kill. I learned that one quickly.
With a 24, you have heard stories of sea serpents that very much are akin to this description. Not quite this description,
Yeah.
but similar.
You're right.
So
I mean-
your line of thinking would be some sort of offshoot of sea serpent.
Yeah.
And she just pops Fable Deer on a table and like covers his wings and such. Just imagine him with some longer legs and feet and such, because he needs to kick the water. No wings and no stinger on his tail. He's got frills like me. He's got to be able to
Okay.
move in the water.
All right. And your goal is what?
I wanted
his
to meet a
goal
dragon.
is?
I wanted to meet the dragon, and then
Ah,
told me there's no point in meeting the dragon because I met him, and then don't care. I want to meet a dragon.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
Leocas,
Yes, Uku.
do you know anything about We keep being told that we're likely to die or face great peril because we met a man named Corvus. You know anything about that?
Did this Corvus perhaps leave a black feather behind him?
And she picks it
Yeah,
out of the
definitely
hat.
did.
Then yes.
No.
I know quite a lot about this Corvus.
Oh.
Well, so it is said within this family, and this would be good for you, Farah. I haven't told you this story. The founder of my family line, also it is said, first encountered Corvus and gained some advice. This piece of advice, I won't tell you because that is super secret, is what gives us our riches, what gives us our power, what gives us everything that we need. And as long as we stuck to the right path, everything would turn out not only the best for us, but the best of the world. And according to our internal legend, it is said that at some stage during our family line, there will be a pivotal moment that we will guide certain individuals to, well, saving the world.
Yeah, the world. Jeez. You guys sound quite important.
Well, I hope that's a far way off, because I don't want the world to be in trouble while I'm in it.
I most certainly also hope that it is far off.
Aye. Well, thank you for the information.
Indeed. And so, my request of you all,
All right.
in return, I will do my utmost to fulfill these wishes of yours. Some of them are aligned with mine, some of them are simply knowledge, some of them are guiding posts. This is well within my power, or scope of knowledge. In return for this, all I ask is that you work for me. I have need of talented individuals such as yourselves to go to places that I cannot, to do things that I cannot. I want you to be agents. And I promise that anything that I ask you to do will always be in line with your personal morals.
All right.
Is that why you're
Inside check.
asking us to?
Okay, so check. What was that?
I was saying, is that why you're also asking us about our goals?
Indeed, it is. I wanted to get to know you better before I make any hasty decisions. And I am very good at reading people. Hard to read.
Yeah.
Hard to read.
Boy's got a hard DC.
So we're going to be agents of
In a way.
Chaos. Agents of Chaos.
Of course, you don't have to. You will be more than welcome to just be here. I have already made my arrangements with Kazan. He'll be staying here with me for the time being until I can make arrangements for him to escape.
Well, good luck with that, cousin.
Yes, I do thank you for your help in getting me this far. Honestly, I don't believe I would have been able to do it without you, so you have my undying gratitude.
No
My
problem.
pleasure. I'm glad to have made another friend.
Yes, hopefully you don't have to
A friend for
1v1 the
life.
hag again.
That was a mistake.
I survived. Just.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, what's your goal, Laricas? Are you just gonna keep saving people, or are we gonna change the way things work eventually? Or are you gonna try to make things better so you don't have to do this all the time? What's your deal?
My goal is to create a world where my daughter and my daughter's children and their children can live in peace and not be hunted for what they are.
Yeah. Having traveled around a bit, that's gonna take a lot of doing.
Exactly. And that's why I need all the help, capable help that I can get.
Well, I'm all for it. As long as you're doing good. I don't mind helping, especially since you're willing to help each of us do our thing.
Yeah,
Now, I don't want you to all feel pressured.
I ain't got nothing to do right now after helping Kaz, and I'm now just left to wonder.
Honestly, you kind of just said what I want to do with the world. So. Plus,
Then
someone's
give
around.
an accord. In that case, I look forward to this wonderful partnership between us all.
Yeah, me too.
Consider the rooms now permanently yours.
Oh, nice.
You are welcome here at any time, even if I'm not here. I'll get some keys organized for you, so you don't have to break in every time.
Oh yeah, Leah, Cass, what do I do with these? And I pull out the 36 gold worth of chips. I got these when I was playing blackjack, but I never actually played. What do I do with them?
Points, gestures to the maid. Can you go get 36 gold from wherever the gambling was? I'm sure that was actually forgotten about it. Looks at everyone else. I don't think we'll be telling anyone. You know what? Grab it all and we'll divvy it up. They will need funds for their journey. And consider it a donation by the wealthy supporters.
Bloody nobles. They're not gonna miss it. They're gonna wake up 2 years from now and go, I fucking lost that game. Or I fucking won and I just left the money there.
She disappears momentarily before coming back with quite the hefty pouch and then a small pouch. The 37 is returned to you directly.
Cool. 37, that's all I wanted.
And there is 500 gold split between the rest of you.
Bro.
500 each or 500 to split?
500 total.
What's that split between 3 people? Damn it. Make numbers divisible by 3.
I will take the bag and just give everyone 125 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Is your
I think I shall
Are you
keep
going-
a little bit for party funds.
Yeah, you're doing the fucking party fund again. Did you say 125?
125 gold pieces each, and then I'm putting 125 in a party fund.
Hang on. I'll make an actor called Party Fund.
Yeah! You knew this was going to happen.
Owner. Everyone is an owner. Welcome to Party Fund.
That's what we call the party. It's called party fund. Let's just... There we go. That makes it nice. Oh, why is Buck sad? There we go.
Yeah, this should act as an item pile. Yes. Now, I hope that is sufficient for your start of the journey, or for whatever resources you may need or may do. And I will start my aid right now. Consider this an instant boon. Ley lines. Off the top of my head, every move to Chedia. Also, I'll make Leogas Mansion a permanent map. Oh, please. Chedia.
I'm
Yes.
loading.
Yeah. Me too.
Oh.
It's just a grey
Wait,
screen.
what the fuck? What'd you do to party for? Is it an actual bag now?
Yeah.
Oh, I can actually add the... Huh.
Yeah.
We all
Oh,
can-
I did plan for it, Tyler.
Oh, holy shit. How do you add it without it being out of my currency? So I just renamed it. Yeah.
There you go. Refresh. Open it. There you go.
Why
I
is it
just-
split it 5 ways? Because there's no 6
Oh.
people on the map.
Also, that's 1 out of 25.
My view is different. Close it. Reopen it for me. Oh, wait. I know why. It's saying split currency 5 ways. I need to adjust it, the permissions individually.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was because I still have... No?
Well, so the map isn't loading.
Oh,
It's just a grey screen.
Oh, I had to reload the page. Then it
Well,
went.
that's fine.
It was just you, Sarah. And Lee.
Yep.
But Leylands. The
Yes.
first and foremost is he will point to your island.
Yes.
Ah, there we
He
go.
will point to the volcano.
Yeah,
Um,
volcano.
Now, the volcano. How much do you know of it?
It's supposed to be a sleeping dragon there, right? Who's like sleeping in the
What?
volcano or something, right?
Yes, there is a sleeping ancient red dragon there.
Oh.
And there's roaming barbarians around, like raiding and destroying towns around it. I ran into one where there was like a pyramid of skulls. It was kind of off-putting. Yeah, yeah.
Well, aren't you quite informed about this one?
Oh, yeah.
I see you've already done research on it.
Oh, yeah, and Spark has a note that I found there.
A note.
Yeah.
And what did this note say?
Yeah, Spark has it, I think.
I think I burned it.
Fuck's sake.
What did you burn?
You read it, then burnt it. Fuck you. It's like... The only thing I knew from it was that had your last name on it, didn't it? Had like some name to do with you, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know.
It was a note issued from the dragon to an individual, pretty much saying, "This is what you get when you betray us," etc., etc.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Broken again. Well,
Else, yeah, I know there's one in the mountains, but I didn't really want to go there by myself, especially since the stronghold of that organization's up in the mountains. Didn't want to go there just yet.
there we go. Fix it. Flip through ice. Yes. Well. There is one there, as you know. There is one in the mountains. Its exact location is unknown even to me, but someone's certain X organization does know its location. I can only but imagine that it's near their base of operations.
Would make sense.
There is also one in the ocean.
You're off the coast.
That one, well, difficult to deal with, is at least no other issues other than a congregation of, and what I'm assuming, a congregation of aquatic creatures, I would round out, imagine. It's a popular fishing spot, though. There is also one under the capital of Mezzo.
Yeah, a very strong one there.
Indeed, that would be the strongest one. That is the one I'm most familiar with.
Okay. When was your last there?
As an astral elf, I did live there for some time.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Up until 30 years ago.
30 years ago. There was
And
no-
then, around that time, I met my beautiful wife and came to live here.
Why'd you live here?
But
Why do you live here?
issues with my father.
Oh. Is he still around?
Almost certainly he is the oldest living astral elf there is.
How?
Very
Is it
old.
still a tense spot?
It's a problem when your father's the archbishop.
Ow.
Oh,
Ow. Let's hope we don't encounter him.
I certainly hope so too.
Yeah.
But
And, yeah.
I would imagine you would need help getting to them. I'll be hesitant for now and taking a trip to Mezzo.
Yeah, probably.
And an ancient red dragon is no easy feat. So in that regard, I would suggest going into the ocean.
No?
I can give you a general area of its location, and I can organize a ship for you unless you have preference to do so yourself.
I don't mind either way.
Mine will be of my usual smuggling out, so they're not overly combat ready.
Right. Well, that's yeah. That's of course if everyone else is fine going into the ocean just to check out a ley line section, but it's up. I'm more than willing to go.
I don't know if you've seen my hair. I don't do well around water. But
I do great around water. That's my thing.
I'm
Yeah, I can make it so you can breathe underwater. I can help you out.
sure.
I can teach you how to swim.
I'm fine to
We do have
learn
a swimming
little.
pool.
I
You
know
have a
how to
swimming
swim.
pool?
We can teach you how to doggy paddle.
I
I
didn't
know
see
how-
that when I was going up. What?
It's on the roof.
Oh. Roof pool.
Oh, that's cool.
That would have been great. I was thinking about going up on the roof.
So the bottom of the pool does not burst. That would be
It most
quite
certainly
expensive.
won't. It is reinforced with pure platinum.
Well, why would it burst?
You know, water pressure over time.
I'm sure it's structurally sound.
Incredibly. But I can organize travel and passage to that. It'll take me a matter of time, but though I would encourage you to source, perhaps, like I said, a more combat ready.
Yeah, well, I guess we could try to find a charter a boat or something. I guess I don't know how much that costs.
The funds you can direct towards me.
All right.
Do you have an alias to put it under?
He looks down. My alias that I tend to use is Bahamut.
Okay.
Well, that's ironic, isn't it? Interesting.
You don't think that's a little obvious?
Yeah, that's
It's worked so far, and perhaps the more obvious it is, the harder it is for them to figure it out.
I don't. You know what? Sure.
You forget, Bahamut is also a god, and most people's first thoughts are religion.
well. As long as there's no church around that they're receiving bills from you.
I'm going to get directed towards your dad.
The Church of Muhammad's just receiving all these bills.
Why are we so poor, guys? Like, what is going on? Who the hell chartered a yacht cruise?
Guys, who bought this $10,000 manicure down in the fucking in Goosenhard?
We don't even have a church in Goosenhard.
Well, who did this?
Maintenance charges. We don't even have a
Steven, was
pool
this
down here.
you?
God damn it, Mitch. AKA Mitch's best character.
Well, he did used to be a prostitute.
Uh,
I bet Mitch had no backstory for that character. It just was made up along the way.
it was very organic.
Ugh.
But yes,
Yeah.
if you would be okay, I am very interested in the ley lines. It may be relevant as to why your organization Spark has been otherwise lackluster in its presence.
Yeah, I'd like to
As you
also
said.
find out why the sea hag was spotted on the road by us as well.
Exactly. Nearby, was it?
It was a day's journey out of town.
Very unusual.
Yeah.
How situated were they?
Oh, they were
I've
setting
been
up in
for
a
a little
bone
while.
meal, they were dragging bodies.
Were there environmental effects active?
Oh, yeah, definitely was.
It was
Heaps of-
raining constantly.
And a massive
Dead fish?
kill of dead fish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slimy trees?
Yeah.
Yep. All of the above.
Very concerning.
And there was some like creepy dolls up in the trees, but that might have been something else.
Incredibly disturbing.
Yeah, I think Ukul has two.
I would get rid of those post haste. They are cursed.
What? Sorry?
The dolls you stole from the tree.
Oh. God damn it. I don't know how to get rid of him. You got a bin around.
Just throw them in the bin.
Pass them to the maids. They'll chuck them in the incinerator.
Hey, I'll run over to the maid and give it to her.
Looks at the creepy dolls in her now hands. These maids have had always had a calm, collected face. Literally makes a grimace of disgust at them.
Sorry, I just kind of thought they were weird dolls.
I think the doll has some bad vibes.
Does the hold them out as far as they can away from them, walk, and disappears downstairs.
Is there anything that you need done in the city while we're here? While we're organising travel?
Not immediately. I have only had 2 days to prepare for your arrival.
I mean, what's the deal with the Duchess? Is she cool or is she like not cool? I don't. What's her deal?
The Duchess has... She's a good person, don't get me wrong, but, well, we have disagreements on how things should be done. She is someone who very much is keeping the peace, while I would argue that we should be stirring the pot and protecting our citizens.
All right.
In other words, she is more concerned with the larger scheme of things and is deciding the sacrifice is worth. I disagree with that sentiment.
All right.
But if you have any more questions about the ley lines, I'm happy to answer. I believe locations and being able to get to them would be the most important. I myself will do some more independent research.
How do you know where they all are?
I am, due to my upbringing, I am incredibly well educated.
Uh-huh.
That is not to say that I am smart. I consider myself to be smart, but this one comes from pure and utter education.
Yeah.
It's ironic. In a church that so despises the arcane and magic itself, to counter it, they must educate us in its ways as much as possible. Or at least those that had a higher purpose.
That is odd. That worked out for you in that way.
That it did. I gained an education that is unheard of.
You're well connected. Are there any strange occurrences, more like disturbances, more weird sightings of creatures on the continent or in the duchy?
There's been the odd thing here and there in the duchy, nothing that I had deemed to be too unusual.
Alright.
My concern was that the Atchisons weren't dealing with them very quickly. Which is the only good thing about the Atchison.
Because if things are coming through and causing problems on my island, they're probably coming through in other places.
Exactly.
And when they don't have the same people taking care of them.
It's why my concern lies towards the ocean.
Yeah, because no one's doing anything out there.
And like I said, prime fishing.
Yeah, a lot of fishermen catching. They're going to get a surprise on their reels, I imagine.
Indeed. I don't keep amazing tabs, so it may be beneficial to seek out some of the local fishermen.
Yeah.
Talk to them. See what they know. Maybe investigate any incoming ships.
Alright, anything else while we're all gathered together? Because I don't have any more questions.
I only have one more thing. Uku,
Yes?
if you're indeed in need to kill a dragon to appease your patron, it would behoove you to learn about dragon and their weaknesses. If perhaps I could personally tutor you,
Sure.
only for a couple of days to make sure that you have a good understanding.
Okay.
Of course, everyone else is welcome to join. I'm sure that you'll all be hunting these dragons together.
Seems like it.
Yeah, sure, I'll join.
That will take me some time to organize the proper pathway. So don't be in too much of a rush for that. But if that is all, it has taken us an hour, and I sadly have nobility things to attend to today.
Yeah, that sounds.
And I'm sure that there will be many hangovers that I can abuse.
Oh, right, because they were here last night. Yeah.
So, I must apologize, but I do have to be off. My daughter and wife can take care of the rest.
Bye-bye. Good luck.
Don't go keeling over again.
You don't get a response.
Yeah.
Well, that was a very interesting conversation, wasn't it?
It was.
Now, what Leocast does tend to forget with this type of thing is how everyone feels. Oku, you sound otherwise distracted.
Well, I'm getting into a lot of killing a dragon. Well, I mean, I never really wanted to kill one. I just wanted to meet one. But then I died. So I guess it's gotta be done.
Well, from my understanding, is a warlock patron is a deal, a give and a take. Perhaps you can renegotiate. Maybe you only have to defeat one, prove your superiority, and use the angle of letting them live in their knowledge that they can be defeated by one such as you.
That could work. Yeah, maybe I'll talk to my friend again. Yeah. I will try to renegotiate the terms of our contract.
It sounds like some worker is like, I don't like the deal I have. I'm just gonna negotiate.
Union! Form a union!
A warlock union.
Union workers!
Stan, were you satisfied with your answers?
Oh yeah. That's as satisfied as I've been so far. Still a lot I need to learn, but I'm happy.
Time
with
will
the
take
situation.
care of that.
Yes.
I'm afraid Leocas, well, is quite knowledgeable. He even admitted that he's wasn't aware of such a problem. I'm sure that he'll be looking into it in the other areas while you're
Mm.
away. And Spark, I know that yours is a much more lofty goal. I hope you're okay with a little bit of a delay on any such information or requests.
I'm very much playing the long game.
I expected as much.
Yeah.
And I apologize if this is too forward. I am quite well versed in medicine these days. And I can't help but notice some of your skin is uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure I'm cursed, but
Is it a curse or a disease?
I don't know. I'm pretty
Highly
sure
just.
cursed, but it could be both, or neither, or one or the other.
As someone who was trained in medicine and has just noticed this, can I do a check?
Sure.
Because I probably should have already noticed this, I guess.
He's been very, very purposely avoiding letting you look at one side of his face. He's always had one specific angle.
Nat 20.
Okay, because you're just gonna pipe in and go, hang on a second.
I've got this cream, just put this on. Just joking.
So I'll base this off anything and everything that you could have known. For a start, a curse has a trigger. Something has to be done, curse activates. Even in your brief time with him, he has used magical abilities. He's used. How is there another Sarah here?
Oh, what?
He has used many fighting forms. He's been very active. Nothing has made it increase its growth rapidly. There's nothing there like that. So a curse is actually unlikely.
Okay.
Unless, of course, there's just a trigger that you don't know. However, you have never encountered the closest disease you've encountered or know of akin to this would be petrification, but that happens quickly and it can be fixed. Even just at a casual glance of this, it cannot be fixed by petrification, and it's not as stony, so to speak. With petrification, you turn completely stone. You can't move that stuff anymore. You can see that it's going around his neck. It's his basically, yeah. It's on his neck. It's on his face. There. It's on his shoulder. It's actually going down his arm.
Cheek.
Please don't touch that.
Does it hurt?
As
Yes, a great deal.
Oh, sorry.
as far as you can tell, he still has full range of movement. There is no hindrance to his movement whatsoever there.
Can I determine whether it's natural or unnatural? Like a...
That one's actually hard to tell. You've never encountered it before. It definitely It definitely would give off the vibe of unnatural,
Okay.
but it could be natural at the same time. You can see that he's got cracks, and on close inspection, you do see like, I think the lava lines type of thing, but it's just fire lines. It's almost as if you can see his blood running through it.
Does it seem like no,
Go on, Lee.
would it seem like that's something that will be unique to Fire Ganassi, or is it something that seem like it could be? Because is it uniquely like fire-based kind of thing, or is it?
Now, that's a very good question, and you are uniquely able to answer such a type of thing due to your backstory and where you grew up. Fire Ganassis are very common where you're from, for obvious reasons. No, it is not
Okay.
common among Fire Ganassis at all, with one exception. It has been known, especially in the older years of Fire Ganassis, that they produce too much heat. Their natural heat is just way too intense. And normally, they just burn up.
Okay.
In essence, like Fire Ganassi old age. In some other cases, they smolder, especially the more stubborn, older, more powerful ones. They smolder, they're actual still containing it, and so they just harden.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense for this scenario. He is way too young.
The only thing I could think of is like old age. Being like Fire Ganassis tend to crust up over time, you know?
I am
They get
19
really
years old, Stan.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing I could think of. This is really weird.
I don't know what to tell you. It's a weird thing. I think I'm cursed.
Have you always had it, or is it a new thing?
Since I was. It started when I was 5 years old ish.
Alright, I pull out like this popsicle stick thing and I put it in his mouth. Cough for me? Alright, cool. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be impeding you much, really. It's just really weird. Yeah. Has it been growing, or is it the same?
I mean, back when I was younger, it was like 1 or 2 stones on like my shoulder, and then over time it encased the shoulder, gone up my neck, slowly on my face. It's not really on my arm, just kind of the left chest area.
Alright then. Well, I guess we'll just keep an eye on it and try to find more information about it, I guess.
Yes, if we could find a cure for it, it would be amazing.
At
Have you
least-
known anyone else to have it?
I have.
Really?
Yes.
Is it like a family thing, or is it like...
It was my mother.
Seems like it's genetic.
I find it funny that Uku even knows that word.
Yes, so do I actually.
I learned it from the Dragon Book.
You
Like, unless-
100% would have, yes, you would have.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try to find some, even if we can just try to make it better or slow the spread, I guess.
I mean, it's my abilities has made it slower-ish. It's not really been growing in the past 2 2 years.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, it's beyond my knowledge. And I know quite a bit about medicine. So. Hmm.
That's a good
Interesting.
point. I know much too much about you guys. I know you're 19. How old are you?
Wait, I am. 1 second. Wrote down.
Forgetting my age. Oh, I'm so senile.
Oh, it's because with turtles, I didn't actually quite put it down because they only lived for like 20 years or some bullshit.
Oh shit! No, I adjusted that. If I think I mentioned it only once,
Yeah, I
I
think you did
don't
mention it.
like that.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Turtles have a life expectancy.
Expectancy.
I'm gonna end session after this of 200 to 300 years.
200 to 300, bruh.
Well, if
Okay,
you
I'm
think of
like-
a fucking like a Galapagos tortoise.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't like how they did that. That's just a
also-
me thing.
When I get up to like higher level, when I get the Arch Druid thing, I'll be living for like
Yes.
900 years or
You know
something.
those
More?
really old Galapagos tortoises.
Oh, I'll be like Uruguay.
You'd be like Uruguay.
And now think about an elf.
Yeah,
Those guys.
I'm like around 50 to 60 years old, I imagine. 50. Say 50.
Calling me old.
Well, that's pretty young for a turtle. I'm like pretty young. I'm still only like just out of traineeship, you know?
Jesus.
Still got a lot to learn.
What about you, Uku? You act like you're 7. How old are you?
Hey. I'm an adult.
Yes. Yes,
I
you
am. But I am.
are. I didn't disagree with you.
I can hear your tone.
You are most certainly an adult.
I'm older than you.
Even
Well,
even the child is older than you.
you've lived longer than me. But I've already hit my, I've already passed my growths, but I'm not getting any taller.
Well, you're short then.
Getting bullied by a kid. Yeah, I'm short. But it means it's easier to sneak into places, and I'll never stop.
Wait, I've got the question. Stan,
Yes.
does that mean you're going to get taller? Because you're quite small.
Oh, slowly. I get a bit slowly grow over time, but it's not like I'm gonna turn into a giant, large creature. It's like,
Ask that again in a couple thousand years.
yeah, not really. Because
Well, yeah, you're a bit of an odd turtle. I've read, because, you know, from the seal, guys aren't that small. Normally, you guys are like normal humans.
oh, my character's aunt is an arch druid, so she's
What?
probably been around for a long, long time. How big is she?
To be an aunt with all the others alive,
The reason I
she hasn't
question
been
that,
around that long.
Okay.
I'm more questioning, why are you small-sized?
Well, I just am. I'm just small.
Well, how are you a size category small?
I don't know. My siblings, all other 8 of my,
Gotta be
Fudge
reason
mates.
for that.
they're all normal, medium sized, but I was just small. Don't know
You're
why.
the runt.
Well, I'm also a bit fiery.
Of course, that's rude. You can't say that.
I can say that. I can say
No,
that.
you can't.
I,
That's me.
I, and you.
Well, you can't say anything. You're small as well. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I'm normal.
Are you?
I'm mediums category.
He's the weird one. Just point at Cass.
Cousin's nuts.
Yeah, your category is weird. It's like you're medium but small. But weird.
He's like short but not. It's weird.
kind of weird.
It's weird, strange.
Last time I checked, I am 5'8".
Yeah, I don't know why, but I always see you as like the same size as Stan's chicken. And it's just a little weird.
Little chicken.
Hey, I'm still not the smallest of the group because, well, one, him, two, I got my buddy Fable there. And he's short as all hell.
Wait, with Fable Deer, your patron, did he give you Fable Deer, or is that a different thing?
Yeah, Fable there is a part of him.
See,
A
Fable
part
did
of
just
him.
puff out his chest, wings spread, raw.
So Fable Deer is a part of him.
Yeah.
We'll just be glad Fable Day isn't considered a dragon.
Well, he kind of is. I think he called him a pseudo dragon. So he is a dragon.
Yeah, but if he was a proper dragon, you would have to kill him since it's the first one you met.
I have a feeling my patron wouldn't like me killing the source of my power.
Wait, so Fable Deer is the source of your power?
Well, my power comes from my patron, and Fable
Okay.
is like my connection to him.
Alright. Well, I guess I should just go and start looking at chartering a boat, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys don't mind coming? On a sea journey for a bit?
Of course. I really like traveling on the sea for obvious reasons.
Honestly, I'm fine with it.
Cool. And we'll teach you how to swim.
I know how to swim.
Then I don't know what your problem with it is. The water's great.
Yeah, it's just every single time when you're just, you get in the water, you just hear tss, because your hair.
Yeah, does it like bubble like it because of like
What happens if your hair gets completely wet? Do you go bald?
No, it's kind of like, like the volcanic rock. It
Oh,
goes
so it
like
gets
the-
really
it
hard.
goes like, yeah, it goes like really hard and it's
That's
It's
kind of annoying.
it's
does it turn like a
uncomfortable.
helmet? Does it like
Oh,
Turn it like a
it
helmet?
would go like a helmet.
Well, you don't have to worry
Plus
about
2 AC
protecting your
when
head
you're
from some
underwater.
nasty falls.
It's uncomfortable, okay?
it's fine. I can put like this. I've got a spell called Air Bubble. I might be able to use that.
Right. We want to go chat to the boat.
Yeah, let's go find the boat. And send the bill to,
Bahamut.
what is it? Bahamut.
Do.
I'll go get the spare key for you all.
Thank
Oh,
you.
sick.
Comes back to spare key.
Is it one each or one for the group?
One for the group.
Okay. Who's gonna hold on to the key? Jokes, I will.
You lose it, it's on you.
I'm not gonna lose it. Let me just
If you
put in
lose
my
it, we
inventory.
need to change every single lock in this house.
I won't lose it. It's okay.
Isn't it
It's like,
fair? Why does she get a key and I don't? I'm older than her. And bigger. She's more mature. Somehow.
They wouldn't
I
go
am
that
an adult. I feel like I'm doing that. I am a surgeon. Fucking.
far.
I
I
am
am
an
a surgeon. I am a surgeon. I am an adult. Oh. This one more time, Sarah.
No.
Okay, I already got my clip.
Oh fuck! It's the stream, of course.
I am an adult.
Oh, good. Water breathing does not require a price component. Awesome. I just need to get a piece of straw or a reed.
But, seems you got work to do.
Yeah, I guess.
Now be assured that Theocast doesn't mean to put any rush on you. You're not under any pressure.
Under pressure.
At least not
Let's
yet.
do that.
Under pressure.
I'll just fix that up. And I'm gonna rename it. Wait, do they have a family name that we know of? Do we know their family name?
I haven't mentioned it, no.
What is the actual name of this place? Like, whose household is it?
Well, technically it's from my family line.
Oh,
But Leocast probably adopted himself in it.
so when other nobles address you, do they only address your first names?
That is our tradition. We tend to be odd when compared to other nobility.
Ah. I see.
Oh yeah, and yeah, probably should have asked Theocast this, but if we do come across a magical person, like a person with magical abilities, where should we take them? If we need to keep them safe, just bring them here, or bring them.
Assuming such, if you're capable of sending a message directly to Leocast, just inform him and he can reply with time and place or location. Kazan here was a bit of an exception due to our circumstances of being a little bit under the pump and needing to be a little bit more protective than usual.
Okay, cool.
How'd you guys know about Kazan?
When they pen pals.
Well, Leocast first made contact with Kazan.
That is something that I believe only Kazan or Leocast would know. As she just looks towards Kazan. And you just see Kazan smile. Apologies, I can't give away all of the secrets.
Oh my... Ow.
Fine, you keep your secrets.
God damn it.
Everyone, Leocast has his secretive ways, and I can't vouch that mine wasn't unique or different to anyone else.
I think I made it all pretty. There we go.
But if you need me, I think I will retire to my room and have a bath.
How?
Sounds like a good plan.
It has been ages since I've had a bath. Keeps walking, then pauses. Is there a maid there?
Yeah.
Wonderful. She's so still I could barely feel her presence. Would you be so kind as to help me with the bath? He's looking that way. Towards the wall there. And you just see a step course, Leocas. Of course, Kazan. Fuck. Names. It's so bad today. They'll disappear. Ciao. But I must get to my tasks for the day, including Farah's education. It is a Wednesday. We can't skip out on it. So if you need either of us, we'll be in the library. Studying. Yes, Mum. Studying. Yep.
I hate Bobs.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I don't like it when it's hot.
Ah.
You give me a pool. I like pools.
Speaking of pools, do we...
Yes, I'm going to the pool.
Let's go to the pool.
Wherever the hell upstairs is. Ah, shit. How do I get upstairs? No, that was her room.
Or I could go down to the dock later, so we should get around to doing that eventually.
How do I go upstairs? Yeah. Oh, that's the library. No, this isn't going. That goes downstairs. These all toilets. Pillows.
Seems to be storage
Space.
rooms.
Cleaning. I'm gonna talk to a maid. I'm gonna find a maid and ask her how do I get to the roof.
You find a maid. Well, there is a ladder. You will have to pass through Kazan's room at the moment.
Oh. He won't know. He's blind. It's just... From sneak past in the room, perfect to see here. Ooh. Maybe he had access to this as well. He can't even enjoy it. He's blind. Okay, how high do I have to go?
There is not actually a roof map.
Oh. Okay.
Use your imagination.
I will. I will go have fun in the pool.
It's warm.
Oh. It's a heated pool.
I was waiting for that. It is indeed a heated pool. I mean, it's not like hot. It's just pleasantly warm
That's
Except
okay.
for
It's
you,
like-
I suppose.
No, it's okay. I imagine it's very similar to what the small pools of water in summer around my old place would be.
Yeah.
Not my most comfortable, but not heat stressing. This will do.
Seems like Uku has gone to the pool. You two were doing what?
No, I was going to go down to the docks to look at chartering boats. Yeah.
Buck.
I was going to stand.
Oh, you're abandoning Uku to the pool while doing the actual work.
Oh, I'll let her know that we're going, but yeah. Just so she knows.
Will Uku be joining them? or staying in the pool?
Yeah, I'll join him.
Thank you.
You.
But that's where I will end this session. So we'll be going to the docks for the next session. The pause button.
Do we level up?
I'm not tabbed in. No, you don't level up.
Goodbye, stream.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.